Thursday, October 2nd, and tickets are only $20, and it all benefits a great cause, the Yellow Brick Road Foundation. Grab your tickets now at mocomedyjam.com before they sell out. That's mocomedyjam.com.
Look, your body's unique, so why settle for a one-size-fits-all wellness plan? That's where Viome comes in. Viome uses advanced science to analyze your gut biome with a simple at-home test, so you know exactly what foods and supplements are right for you, all based on real data from your own body. And you know what? That's science you can trust. Go to Viome.com now and use promo code THRIVE to save $50 on your full body intelligence test. That's Viome.com, promo code THRIVE to save $50.
Orlando's premier comedy club and restaurant is the Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes the magic of Eric Eaton on September 18th, Bruce September 19th through 21st, and Chad and JT on September 24th. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and bar available, as well as parking discounts for all guests. Follow us on all social media platforms and get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com. We'll see you at the show.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
How'd you get your money so quick?
Hard Rock Bet's got lightning fast withdrawals.
Almost as fast as Dale Jr. valeting cars at this party.
Man, he's fast.
Hard Rock Bet's fast withdrawals have given me new motivation. Tips are appreciated.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Brought to you by FDOT.
Get ready for an unforgettable night. Join us at A-Loft Orlando downtown for the first annual Pink Martini Party on Thursday, October 9th from 4:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. Sip on delicious pink martinis and support the American Cancer Society. Don't miss out. You can make a difference.
Looking for a new adventure? Then head to your local McDonald's for the new Epic Universe Mix, a mix of frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and frozen Sprite Lemonade. Purchase a large Epic Universe Mix and you could win tickets to the new Universal Epic Universe theme park at Universal Orlando Resort. Drink in the wonders of an awesome new chill for a limited time at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's, no purchase necessary. Visit promotion.coke.com/Epic Universe giveaway for official rules. Fanta and Sprite Lemonade are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Back to school got you tight on cash? McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Pick from your favorites like a rich caramel frappe or chocolatey mocha frappe. All small frappes are just $3.50. Or grab the iconic snack wrap for just $2.99. That's right, the snack wraps you love are back. Can we take a moment to celebrate the McDonald's under $4 McValue menu? There's something for every appetite, every vibe, and every kind of day. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended.
It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Seelane.
It is Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from terror charges dropped for Luigi to the FBI aims for internet censorship after Charlie Kirk, and the most disgusting new trend to hit social media, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, Seelane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday. Yeah! Tell somebody about the radio show, the live stream, the podcast, whatever you're hanging out with, whatever you're listening to. Tell them about the News Junkie, and we appreciate you doing that on a Share the Show Tuesday. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Good. Pretty good. How about you, bud?
Lots going on, a lot of things happening. We'll get into much of it, including I saw they just dropped the like terrorism related charges for Luigi Mangione, and that I think that only leaves second-degree murder left as a charge.
Second degree?
Yeah, which seems too light to me.
I mean, was it not premeditated?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it was. Like, you went to the guy's hotel, you stalked him, you were like, if that's not a...
he was, that took some meditation.
Yeah, so that's very interesting what's happened there. That just dropped about 30 minutes ago. So we'll get into that as the show rolls on today. Right now, let's start as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Mexico, where I guess this was for the first time in Mexico's history. Now, the leader, the president of Mexico, each year for 215 years, they celebrate their Independence Day, and people think that's Cinco de Mayo, but that's like an American thing, all right? Mostly.
Cinco de Mayo has become an American holiday, just because they like to kind of appropriate it so much.
They like to drink Corona, and
I am among the guilty.
Yeah,
but Cinco de Mayo is a different Mexican observation. It's a battle, if I'm not mistaken, but it is not what is very commonly misconstrued as their Independence Day.
Right. Their version of the 4th of July is
Cuatro de Julio.
And they get out there, and the president of Mexico does this thing where they're like, Independence! They do this thing every year. It's called El Grito de Independencia. This was the first time, because President Claudia Sheinbaum is a woman, that it was ever done by a woman. But this happens every year for 250 years. They've done it. Here she is.
¡Viva la independencia! ¡Viva Miguel Hidalgo y Costilla!
I don't know how heavy those items are in her hand. She has a flag in one hand and like a pole in the other hand. And forgive me for my ignorance, I'm not sure what they represent. I know they do represent something, but she's a little wobbly, because if you have to hold up to things like that and you're trying to speak as well, you're Viva la Independencia! Not easy.
¡Viva Josefa Ortiz Telles Quirón!
Why don't we have something like this?
José María Morelos y Pavón!
All curse words, I'm sure.
¡Viva Leona Vicario! ¡Viva Ignacio Allende!
You might lose your voice doing this thing. Jesus. There's a whole script here. Is there one big yell on the way out?
¡Viva Gertrudis Bocanegra!
Yep, that too.
¡Viva Vicente Guerrero!
Oh, you get the point. That's what they do every single year 250 years. Congratulations to our Mexican friends. Congratulations. You did it.
Still trying to figure out what's in her hands.
I don't know. It's like
but
a
they
pole.
say this is Mexico's cry of independence. Central figures are holding a church bell and a banner with the image of the Virgin of Guadalupe. So the cry marks the start of the Mexican War of Independence.
So that's a bell? That's in her right hand is a bell?
I believe so. And then it is housed in Mexico's National Palace. Each year, the president rings it from the balcony. So maybe, is it the dinger instead?
Yeah, I guess. So maybe does she ring the bell at the end here? Maybe we should have seen that. 215 years they've done this. We're learning something today, Mexico. We're learning about you. Oh, she's still just doing that part.
Oh, so I bet it's the...
Oh, my God, it goes on for a while. Just leave her alone at this point. I think she's exhausted.
This is the speech.
Ring the bell. There you go.
That's fun. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands of people probably. There's like a massive, massive crowd out there with all these folks. So 215 years in the making. There they go. Congratulations to all the folks in Mexico for it.
Good job.
Yeah, there you go. You did it. It's, I'm always interested when I see those sort of celebration type things that have been going on for so long, and I hadn't really caught that this was happening just yet. And it seems better than some of our celebrations, which honestly, I've been watching a lot of stuff in the last couple of weeks that just make me feel old, because now when I see stuff, I'm like, don't want to do that. I don't have any interest in doing that anymore. A lot of things. Like I saw the Coachella lineup and I'm like, don't really know who all these people are.
Now we're talking. I'm more of I want to do stuff during the day. So Cinco de Mayo is awesome. St. Patty's Day, for example. This past 4th of July, I'm like, the fireworks are at what time? You said 10 p.m. they wrap up?
Yeah. Can we do this right when it gets dark and then, end just immediately afterwards? A lot of it seems bad to me. A lot of it seems like, did you see the Phillies celebrating their NL East win?
No.
Oh God. My God. Watching this, I was like, I would have wanted to bet on the losing team. It looks like such a nightmare to me. Here, look.
Let's take our shirts off.
They're all smashed in this room. They got a beer bong. They're just pouring beer all over each other.
Okay, that's not how funnels work.
I'm like, wait, no.
You're supposed to wrap your mouth around that, man.
I think it looks fun.
Yeah,
he had his mouth around the funnel, but then they were also pouring champagne just straight to the face.
I don't think he swallowed one bit of beer, if you don't mind going back. I think it just sprayed out the sides of his mouth.
He's partying, and they have like a beer funnel for him, and then there's cans, and then there's also champagne they're dumping on his face
afterwards.
And this, you're saying this Big Doug Millionaire says that looks awesome. You and C-Lane are full of it. You can't do this anymore. You don't have it in you. It's just dumping alcohol everywhere.
His mouth.
It's just... No, thank you. I don't want to do it anymore. And they're like, bang, 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 bang. Whatever that means. I don't even know.
I think that's a sound of a gun.
I know that, but why are the Phillies doing it? Why is that a thing? It's so...
they're not allowed to shoot up in the air, to celebrate anymore.
Viva!
Obama. So they just go bang, 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 bang.
That's what it all is now. Here's another one, C-Lane. Here. This just looks like such a nightmare. They got their shirts off. They're all gathered around. Beer bong. Yeah, woo!
Tell you what, though.
Bang, 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 bang! And then they're doing, bang, 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 bang.
I'm just going to say it because I'm not the only one that's thinking it. And this is my age. Mm-hmm. Who's cleaning that up?
Not me.
Secondly,
no.
Is that the same beer bong for everybody? Because I'd like to be the first and not the last person who has had everyone else's germs in your mouth.
You know how this works? Everybody's using that same funnel.
Gross.
E-Fresh Rocks on Twitch says, I remember when At the News Junkie was cool. Look, still cool and fresh as ever, but I don't want to do this. I don't want
We're
to
also
be
reasonable.
Covered in a bunch of sticky beer and have, when I go, if I go to a bar and I'm sitting there chilling and there are too many football fans, I'm like, oh God, because every interception, every touchdown, and I'm like, God, Jesus, guys, are your kids in the game or something? What is everybody so excited
it's my boy.
about?
I'd do anything for him.
I got big money on this game. And it's like, oh.
That's what it takes to get into it? That's what it takes to get into it, you know?
Maybe. You know, you're lying. You're a dad now. If you had the opportunity to take a nap or to go party like this with the Phillies, I think I'd pick the nap.
I went out and partied over the weekend.
How'd that go?
Went great.
Yeah. Yesterday, you were a little like the Tin Man, from what I could tell. You need a little oil and some of the joints and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm oiled up, but
you haven't necessarily partied that hard in a while.
Maybe we will soon. Why don't we just do one last party hurrah?
Or
bring a change of clothes and some wet ones.
No, I don't know.
Maybe the Phillies thing, they're doing the bang bang because it's like, anyways, I start blasting.
That's what it felt like.
Always sunny. Bang, bang, bang.
Every time we're watching a movie now and somebody pulls out a gun, I'm like, blast him, blast him, blast him. and Courtney hates it. She hates that. And I'm building up this list of things that she hates that I do. It's fantastic.
And then you triple down on it.
Yeah, fantastic. Like last night we were watching some movie. Oh, what was this movie called? Hang on. It was an old school one.
Freakier Friday.
Old school. No. It wasn't Freakier Friday. It wasn't old school. I'll tell you what it was. It was called
Paddington.
No. I don't know where it is. It's not on here.
Guess it wasn't that good.
No. It was good. I just didn't watch it on my server. I'll tell you what it was. It was called Running Scared with Paul Walker. Okay, and it's like a highly rated older movie, huge Rotten Tomatoes and stuff. And we're watching this movie, and there's a twist.
Be more scared driving.
There's a twist that one of the characters was an undercover cop the whole time.
Crazy guy.
And Courtney goes, how are we supposed to believe that? There was nothing in the movie that would have led us to believe that. Like all of his friends and stuff wouldn't have believed that he was an undercover cop the whole time. And I just looked at her and she knew already I was going to do the bit of telling her that I was actually an undercover cop. And leaned in for like 4 or 5 minutes and she's like, shut up.
What you've been missing this whole time is that, in fact,
I too, I'd be the worst undercover cop ever. I thought about that afterwards, too.
We should keep this going for sure.
Like me with a wire, I'd be like, isn't it true that you sold the drugs?
Yeah, what did you give him during the interview? That same thing you used to do to Dylan? Like, I know you did something wrong.
You tell me before I tell you,
and you'll be in less trouble.
I dare you. Right, as you're going to bed, because I imagine that you don't have a shirt on, and that's just normal guys do. Just have the wire on you.
Yeah,
just taped.
It's taped on my chest hair. Just thinking of that. Yeah, I'm constantly looking down at it. Check 1, 2, check. She didn't buy it necessarily.
Oh man.
We did get some sad news this morning. The Academy Award-winning director and a movie icon Robert Redford had died at 89 years old.
Fatality.
He was at his home at Sundance in the mountains of Utah. The place he loved, surrounded by those he loved, said his publicist, Cindy Berger, no cause of death was provided. Now, I know Robert Redford, but I don't think I've seen a lot of the old ones, like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I don't know that I've ever watched that.
You are missing out on cinema history. Actually, I don't know if I've seen it.
You didn't see Indecent Proposal?
I don't know that I've seen Butch Cassidy.
I did see A Decent Proposal. I think I've seen all The President's Men. He's in a lot of movies.
The Great Gatsby.
Eventually, you're gonna hit something that he's been in.
With Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, were they on horses for like a whole lot of it?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know
that was one of those movies that my screenwriting teacher, she made us watch a bunch of old, AFI Top 100 movies.
How's that going
some
for
of
you?
them were so boring.
Oh my God. What I would give for C-Lane to announce right now that he had his own script, like Threat Level Midnight, and he was going to unveil it to us at some point.
I did not take a screenwriting class because I had any interest in writing for screen.
You just reminded me I did.
Mm-hmm. No, did you?
I took it because it was a requirement of the degree.
Yeah.
Where are all my screenplays?
Oh, we got to get to those. Dig them up if you can. We have a lot to talk about today on a Share the Show Tuesday. A lot of you reaching out, so we'll get to some feedback at some point in time. There's some updates in the Charlie Kirk world, but before all of that, I want to get to, there was a big hearing in Congress or in the Senate this morning with the director of the FBI. And there's one part that sounded very, very concerning to me. All right. One part that sounded like there's censorship on the march. And I wanted to play that for you. I want you to hear this so you kind of know something that's kicking around in the background here. It's a really interesting topic that we'll dive into after we play this. We got updates on many, many things that we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks. Info on the roast on the way. A lot to get to on a busy Tuesday. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hoping your ride is a safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Right now, a shoulder is blocked northbound approaching Landstar Boulevard on the Greenway. Although this is not affecting traffic, the whole Greenway is fine. So is the 408 and the Turnpike. Right now, the only delays not due to incidents are the usual on I-4, including eastbound approaching 535 from US 192, as well as approaching Amelia Street from Cayley Street. Right now, no major issues or delays westbound. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-67.
Hey, everybody. It's a Share the Show Tuesday. Welcome behind the scenes.
This is not an urgent care center. Its services are built.
My name is Frank, and it's good to have you here today.
Presented by TK Law is getting ready to roll this season.
Welcome to the stream. This is where we chat during network commercial breaks. How are you, everybody? How are you doing? Good, I hope.
From TK Law as we take a bus courtesy of MCA Transportation. All the way to Tampa for this.
Unfettered for You says, what did we think was going to happen? Censorship. Now, question for you, chat. Do you think, looks like it may turn out that there was like conversations about not only the Charlie Kirk assassination, but other recent school shootings on different social media platforms like Discord, different chat forums, social media websites have long been the source of radicalizing people. So, simple question, this is the easiest way I can put this to you. Do you think we need more internet censorship? Yes or no? Do we need more internet censorship? Yes or no is my question for you. Hey, AJ. Absolutely not. No. No. Do we need more internet censorship? Yes or no? No, this is America. This isn't England. No. All those so far. Now, my long-standing view on this kind of stuff is we have laws in the United States of America, okay? Even when it comes to things like free speech, we have laws. There are things that you cannot say. People often use the very brain-dead take that you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. This is usually an indicator that the person that you're talking to doesn't know much about free speech. Because you can shout fire in a crowded theater if that theater is on fire. And there are different rules in place already, and laws, more importantly, in place for free speech now. So there are things that I can't say. There are things that I could say on the radio that will result in me possibly even going to prison. So there are limitations. I would be more into just policing those limitations than upending the internet and starting to censor all of these websites. But trust me when I say, that is what's coming. Wait till you hear the back and forth with the director of the FBI that I'm going to play for you when we come back. Like, that is definitely coming down the pipeline. You shouldn't hold anybody accountable for speech? Well, that's dumb. BDMX Con says, meet bad speech with good speech? Sometimes. You know, I used to be one of these proponents of, like, sunlight is the best disinfectant. Like, get all the information out there. If you inform people, then they won't. It's horseshit. It is. People, a big chunk of people online are going to believe what they want to believe. A big chunk of people online believe any number of conspiracies, like the shooter was a patsy for the Charlie Kirk shooting, like he actually really was a right-wing groyper, whatever it is that they want to believe, they're going to believe. And unfortunately, it's not just a battle of info, or what you might call an info war, because even with all the information, there are so many people that just take the bits they want. It's frustrating, but it's true. Patel is an idiot. He's an idiot. He needs to police his own boss. I don't know if Patel is an idiot, but he often strikes me as out of his depth. I don't know if that's true, but when I watch him and I see him in this position, there's a lot of it that's like physicality. He looks like he's out of his depth sometimes. Believe it, it's on the internet? Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people do. Like, people that I know, people that I've thought were smart will reach out to me and they'll be like, well, here you go. And it's very, 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 very hard to keep people focused on the facts in 2025. But for me, cracking down on the internet and really, really regulating speech, much like we've seen in England, is 1,000% not the solution to that problem. One minute and we're coming back. He's too casual, question mark? I don't know if he's too casual. I just think he kind of strikes me as like a kid at take your kid to work day, and the boss walks into the office and the kid's at the desk. You're sort of like wide-eyed and you don't know exactly what you're doing. He just strikes me as, that's the best way I could say it, a little bit out of his depth. All right, let's get to this clip. Wait till you hear what he said, because this to me is like internet censorship incoming. Here we go.
Eloquence. The NFL is off to a wild start.
Touchdown pass number 508 for Aaron Rodgers.
And the new season lives on iHeartRadio.
Touchdown Denver.
Local stations bring you the action live.
Touchdown Chargers.
Plus, fantasy advice and expert analysis with the official NFL Podcast Network.
Everything you love about football is on the iHeartRadio app.
That's a jet touchdown.
Just search NFL to dive in.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is the
Tuesday. This is the News Junkie. Welcome. It's the three best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. Learn more about the show over on thenewsjunkie.com. Free speech really in limbo here after something that I heard the FBI director say in Washington today. I'll play that for you just so you can hear what was said, and we'll dive into the interesting things that may follow this momentarily. But we've seen a lot of people sort of flip-flop on free speech. And a lot of, just giving you the general vibe, a lot of Republicans, maybe people more on the right, who have said, we've been trying to operate by this whole free speech thing, but if you're not going to play that game, we're not going to play that game. And now turnabout is fair play. Let's cancel everybody that says something celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, even though this is left. Even though this is like this same kind of campaign that has happened for many years, targeting many of those people. There is even like a lot of other weird sort of purity tests coming into play. And I think you know how I feel about this if you've been listening to the show. But when I see some of the dumb things, I'm like, what the hell? Like, there's a story about how 6 NFL teams didn't pay tribute to Charlie Kirk.
I saw this yesterday. Actually, I just closed the tab.
Yeah.
Weirdly
yeah,
enough.
did you?
As you were like ramping up, and I was like, let me kind of get rid of some of these. I'm going to do a little cleanup here on my browser.
Uh-huh. But for me, I'm like, what about all the teams that did? Doesn't that still mean the majority of the teams did? Number one. And number two, like, this guy was a father. He was somebody who believed in free speech and open debate, and his assassination is absolutely vile and disgusting and horrific. And those people that are celebrating it are absolute demons, okay? Many of them deserve to lose their jobs. But on the other hand, right, and it's important to consider the other hand a lot of times, like even an NFL team doing a moment of silence for this or putting something out there when this person was definitely a political character, I wouldn't expect that they should be forced to do that. And then when all of the NFL teams do something but 6 don't, and you're like, whoa, why aren't you wearing the American flag pin, brother?
Why aren't you taking off your hat? Why aren't you, standing up for it?
It seems weird.
Then again, sports and politics, I remember that being kind of a phrase.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. Yeah, but I watched this and I said, it seems so stupid to be like, 6 teams didn't do it. Well, I mean, who cares? What about all the other teams that did? Though most of the league seemed to do it, even though I wouldn't have expected necessarily any of them to do it.
There were 16 games, so 10 teams did and 6 teams didn't.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like when they would put the cameras on the people who would kneel and nobody would pay attention to like, hey, most of these people aren't kneeling. Most of these people don't care about this. We're letting a couple of greasy squeaky wheels get all of the attention here. And in this case, I don't even find it to be that bad because the NFL teams are just like, well, we're an NFL team. We're not going to weigh in on that necessarily. That's not the thing that we're supposed to be doing around here. But here, I grabbed this section from this Senate questioning of FBI Director Kash Patel because I wanted to see what seems to be coming down the pipeline here, which personally I'm never a fan of. But this is Lindsey Graham, the Republican senator, and he's questioning the head of the FBI, Kash Patel. Here's what they said, okay?
After the assassination of Charlie Kirk, there seems to be one refrain from everybody. That's about the effect of social media. Do you believe that social media is one of the instruments radicalizing America and inciting violence?
Well, it's not. My belief is based on the data, and the data shows that social media is wildly out of control when it comes to radicalizing.
You're dead right. So what did you just say? This guy's the FBI director. He said,
okay. So he's saying the internet is wildly out of control. He's saying something that's, by the way, very true. The internet is absolutely radicalizing people 100% with algorithms and these silos of communication, like different discords that people are in, where people get more and more and more and more radicalized. And then a lot of times those people end up doing something violent. That is indeed an actual problem. But the thing is, what do you do about that? That's where they're headed here.
Social media.
Go ahead.
Just have a meeting with all the heads of the social medias before all this went down?
That was AI. Well, they were talking about AI, I think, at that. I don't know what that was. It was like a big tech meeting, but they didn't talk about this kind of stuff.
Is wildly out of control. Now, free speech, we all agree with that, but you can't yell fire in the theater, right?
Yes.
Free speech doesn't allow you to go online and groom a child for sexual
No, it does not.
Okay, free speech doesn't allow you to go on the internet and basically incite somebody to kill another person, right?
Absolutely not.
So if it's illegal offline, it should be illegal online. Agreed? Whatever the law is.
Yes, sir.
You know what? It is, isn't it? I don't know why he's saying it like that. If it's illegal offline, it should be illegal online. If I go online and I make a specific threat that would be actually illegal,
yeah,
and I say I'm going to kill Christopher Dolores Lane with my ninja stars at midnight on Friday, I'm going to rappel into his house and fling all the ninja stars at him, and I'm going to assassinate Christopher Lane. That is a specific and direct threat, and that would be, it doesn't matter if it's online or off, I'm almost positive that's illegal. Like, you would be arrested for doing that.
You could be arrested for saying it on the air, you know?
Yeah. Not me. No. Not me. I'm saying it as an example. I did get some new ninja stars, but I'm saying this is just
people just tuning in.
Where did you get ninja stars?
None of your business. Back to the
ninjastar.com. Next question.
The Senate hearing here, because now they're talking about what they dream of doing.
Because you're online doesn't give you a get out of jail free card.
No, sir.
So if a parent is worried about a child being bullied on a website, what rights do they have under U.S. law?
We have to balance the rights, as you said, Senator, of free speech versus those that encroach.
Is there any law that can shut down one of these sites for bullying children or allowing sexual predators on the site?
We are able to attack certain sites on the dark web. When it comes to the open internet infrastructure system, we have to reach a threshold to attack a company's position that only subscribes to violence.
Can the parents sue that company?
They can.
They can?
They can sue not the social media companies.
That's what I'm talking about.
They can sue the companies.
No, I'm talking about the social media company that gives life to this behavior.
All right, we're getting to the point here. Now, they're both talking about a particular section of the law, and this basically makes it so if you have a website where people contribute things, whether comments or social media posts like a Reddit or a YouTube where you can upload videos, you have a level of protection because you engage in what you call user-generated content, or UGC. And you don't know what somebody's going to upload onto your website. I forgot how much content they said. Maybe we could find this out real quick because it's a crazy number. How much content is uploaded to YouTube every hour? It's like an astronomical amount every hour that's uploaded to YouTube. It would be virtually impossible for them to screen all of it. It's like thousands and thousands of hours. It's way more than that. It's a lot. Every single hour I remember on YouTube.
I have a couple numbers in front of me.
Right off the bat, it says 30,000 hours of new content uploaded to YouTube every hour.
That's a lot.
Equates to more than 500 hours of video uploaded every minute.
Okay, so every single minute there's 500 hours of video being uploaded. It's incredibly hard to monitor all of that. So therefore, it gives some protections to these platforms that host this content because they understand, how a user-generated content website works. And they're talking about stopping that. And so I ask you now, should there be more done to censor the internet? That's where they're headed here. Should more be done to censor the internet? The websites you go to every single day, should that be censored on the backs of what happened here to Charlie Kirk and some of these other recent incidents?
Turn to Section 230, sir.
Yeah. Would you advocate
Section 230?
A sunsetting of Section 230 to bring more liability to the companies who send this stuff out?
I've advocated for that for years.
All right. We need to do this, folks. These companies are taking content that it makes you sick, that could get you killed, get you poisoned, and there's nothing we can do about it under our law. A person can do about it because of Section 230.
All right, so they're talking about overturning this Section 230, which would mean that all of these platforms would be liable for anything that's posted. If somebody posts a comment on a news article and says, hey, I want to kill Christopher Lane, I'm going to rappel into his house at midnight with even more ninja stars than Sean was going to use, and I'm going to wing all of those ninja stars at C-Lane simultaneously. Ninja star death becomes him. And if I post that on an article on a news website, now that news website will be held liable. Okay, that's what this means. That's what all of this would mean, which would mean a huge, huge change in internet censorship. And it brings a very simple question to you today. Do we need more internet censorship? Yes or no? And why? Let us know with your dispatches. Do we need more internet censorship? Is this actually a good thing? Yes or no? Let us know. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Talk about just major L's, just the biggest L one could ever take. Watching the video that was posted on the official Cracker Barrel account yesterday, just as like icing on the cake here, where they showed they're like changing out all the signs. So here they are. Cracker Barrel taking down the revamped signs, throwing them away, putting the new the old ones back up. There he is, Uncle Herschel going back up.
Now, did those get thrown away, or they had to make new ones?
I don't know if they saved them. They might have.
I think a lot of them hadn't even come down.
They're taking all the decor off the walls that they put in there.
What a waste of money, man.
They're taking everything down. So now it went from, all right, we got some complaints. We're rolling back the logo change. Okay. We got some complaints. We're going to change all the design changes inside of the stores, to now, whether you like it or not, totally cucked by the Cracker Barrel audience. Like completely. Good. You can never get rid of Uncle Herschel.
Don't do
moving
nothing
forward.
again.
You cannot take anything off the wall at any Cracker Barrel ever, because they're like, feels good to go back to Cracker Barrel. And they're changing all of their stuff. Somebody had sent a message about this yesterday. I want to see if anybody agrees with this. You can let us know via dispatch. They hit me up at the News Junkie on Twitter/X, and they said their customers are part of a group that are some of the most pathetic group of people alive. Cracker Barrel customers. There is nothing on this planet more sensitive than a conservative. I'm sure some people would argue that. They flipped over a logo, says this person. And they certainly did flip, and they certainly did. They were effective, because now the whole thing, every bit of it, has been rolled back over at Cracker Barrel.
I don't know how much of it was really rolled forward to begin with. Sean, there was I think they only changed like one or two of those places before.
Well, that was
the
enough,
backlash.
Christopher.
They changed some of the interiors, and they were on their way to like taking it to the second phase.
I told you that on my way down to like the West Coast area a couple weeks ago. Spent a couple days, by the beach. I probably passed 2 or 3 Cracker Barrels. It wasn't a super long trip, but there were more than one, and only one of them had a new logo up, and it still didn't seem like complete.
Not for long. It's coming down. They're putting the old one back up, man.
That might have been the one that they were showing with the drone and all that craziness.
One of the biggest company L's I've seen in quite some time.
I want to know how much money they wasted.
Chris emails the show a lot. A lot is the answer.
I mean, I'll bring it back to the question that I asked before I left for that trip. These Cracker Barrels, did they take the old stuff and throw it away, or did they take the old stuff and put it in a warehouse?
If somebody's like, don't worry, we ain't never going to need it again. Trust me, just throw it. It's garbage.
Show me the dumpster, because we
throw
can
it all away.
Refurbish that.
Chris says to tipstothenewsjunkie.com, hey, my favorite people, Chris here. My daughter had her own car for 5 months. One day, we drove to the grocery store. And on the way, she asked if we could stop at a gas station and fill up her gas tank. I said, sure. We pulled up, and as a good father, I filled her car up. As we left, she thanked me and said it was hard to get gas, and she did not know how to do it.
What?
I taught her to drive for 6 months with her learning permit, and she had been driving on her own for 6 months, but she still had no idea how to fill up her own gas tank. She had been having her friends do it the entire time she was driving. I did not feel fantastic as a father.
Friend of hers, you just fill up her gas tank and don't teach her how to do it?
But also,
she didn't want to learn.
I mean, but she didn't want to ask?
I guess not. Thinking I had my daughter all set to drive, LOL. Oh, well, live and learn. But yes, you actually have to show kids how to pump gas. Happy birthday, C-Lane. Love the show. Biggest fan, Chris. Thank you, Chris. There was a lot of response yesterday to that. 65% of Gen Z is like scared to pump their own gas, and it stretched out into some of the other issues.
If they get an electric car, they're going to be scared to charge it?
Maybe. I don't know. Like anything to do with just give me the keys and let me go. No, not even keys anymore, right? Well, I guess you still have.
Give me the fob.
Give me the fob and let me go. All right, quick break. When we come back, we have to talk about these brand new commercials that are airing because of the Trump administration. I want to see what everybody thinks about these. All right, there's a lot of buzz about these. Some people say, oh, my God, these are grisly. Why will we be airing these? Some people are like, these are fantastic. Where do you land? We'll find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
When she says she loves me.
Real Music Weekends. Our Classic Alternative.
From the
to fall with lower humidity and pleasant temperatures that will lead to a very manageable but beautiful afternoon with only about a 20% chance of an isolated shower or storm. Plan for highs to reach the mid to upper 80s with a high of around 89 degrees today in Orlando. We will be expecting the humidity and rain chances to return, especially as we head towards the end of this week and into the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Duke's Mayo. Duke's, it's got twang.
This is the Duke's country song. It's a song about good mayo. Duke's Mayo. It'll make any dish sing. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
When was the last time you opened your power bill and saw that the price is more than last month and more than the month before that? It's going up and up. And, in the summertime, when your AC's working super hard, you're going to be taking that money and giving it to the power company. You're never seeing it again. Now imagine instead of paying all that money to the utility company, you could take control of your energy, stop renting your power, and own it. Well, that's where Solar Installers of Florida come in. You call them up, they will design and install a solar system built for your home. Tailored towards your energy needs, you can lock in those lower costs immediately and enjoy predictable bills for years to come. Right now, the federal tax credit is going to make that switch even more affordable. They're covering 30%.
Hey, folks. School mic activated. Hey there. Big Dove Millionaire says the internet doesn't radicalize people. People radicalize people, just like guns don't kill people. No. No, there are intrinsic features to the internet that actually bypass that kind of logic, I think. Because the internet, as a device and tool for people, allows you to connect with people with whom you never would connect otherwise. So you grow up in like Ocala, Florida, and around you there might not be enough sort of like-minded people or people into what you're into, and you wouldn't end up in sort of a circle jerk with those people to further radicalize. As a result, an extension of the internet, you would connect with people who you never would have connected with, and then in those spheres, you would radicalize. So I think it does actually. Hello? You got a problem? What? What is it? I have something on me? You want to fight?
No.
Who would win?
Me.
You never fought anybody in your life.
That's true.
In your life, you never fought anybody. Not one person. You know how many people I fought?
How many?
6,500.
No, you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm. You're next. You're 6,501.
Nuh-uh.
I'm going to mop the floor with you.
That's me.
I'm going to bash your skull into the
Shut
ground
up.
until your teeth fall out.
Sean.
What? Too far?
Yes.
I'm not going to actually do it.
Don't say it.
I'm not going to bash your skull.
Don't tell me.
I said I'm not going to bash your skull.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Have yourself a great day.
You too.
Do you need new shoes yet, or those still good? Those are still good? Okay. Still good, folks.
What?
The people agreed with me about the shoes.
No, they didn't.
They agreed with me. They were like, Courtney's crazy about these shoes. She doesn't need new shoes right now. I remember the whole conversation. Whoa! Put that finger away. Get out of here. BDM says the internet is a tool, like blaming bomb threats in the 90s on payphones. Well, I mean, no, because payphones just were an additional phone that added to the grid of existing phones that maybe provided some slice of anonymity, but it still was within the structure of the communications network. I mean, I suppose you could blame phones in some way for connecting people that wouldn't be connected, but phones and all of these things, nothing has ever connected like-minded people more than the internet. I find it personally to be different. 45 seconds, we're coming back. Team Courtney shoes, get out of here. By the way, she said the shoes were like night and day. So maybe she was right. Maybe. All right, these new drug ads. You've got to see this. Stand by. This is your brain on drugs. Move over.
About planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eloquist.com or call 1-855-ELOQUIS.
My name is Arnold Bogarty, and prior to me enrolling in Rasmussen to become a nurse, I spent 16 years in the military. I went to visit the campus. The facilities were amazing.
Rasmussen University. Are you ready to be your own hero? Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Forever hovering
the space between high society and prison tattoos. This.
You know what? I got to drop, and medical experts tell me if this is possible. October 30th is the roast of Sean Wasson, and I was like, if I drop 1 pound every day, I will be svelte by the time the roast pops around.
How are you going to drop a pound a day?
I haven't figured that part out, but I got on the scale this morning, and I was
one
down
of those fat fingers off.
Maybe I was down 1 pound from yesterday when I got on the scale this morning. So I said, if I drop 1 pound every day like this, keep this crazy momentum going, and then I'll probably be too skinny, honestly, by the time we got to the roast.
But I mean, can you let us know for sure? Because then that's gonna change up like my roast.
Oh, you see, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bulletproof
Sean,
myself
more like
before
skeleton.
this. I gotta make sure, first of all, haircut in order. Make sure I'm looking as good as I possibly can. Gotta get nice and thin. Take away any jokes I possibly could
but
from
drugs
these
are good?
folks. Drugs are probably going to be part of the whole ordeal, no matter what. So yeah, we got the big event coming up. The roast is October 30th. And if you want to get your seats for this very exclusive event, snag the remaining few over at thenewsjunkie.com/roast. It is going to be a fun time. More news on that forthcoming. When I was growing up, there was a very, 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 very famous drug commercial. Speaking of drugs. And I'll bring it to you just in case you're young.
This is your brain on drugs?
Bet your ass it is, C-Line. Yeah, that's the one, man. This was so big.
Is there anyone out there who still isn't clear about what doing drugs does?
Yeah.
Okay, last time.
He's in the kitchen. Pan is ready. Egg is ready.
This is your brain.
Egg.
This is drugs.
Pan.
Man.
This is your brain on drugs.
Any questions?
I have a couple questions.
That ran for a long time.
It did.
That was big when I was a kid.
All right.
And-
So you saw, though, that carton that he picked the egg up from. He also cracked the egg, for those of you not watching, with one hand.
Yes.
That carton was missing 6 eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that was take 6?
It could have been. Or they just wanted to look like this man had been utilizing this kitchen beforehand. I don't know how much
and he's
thought
been
went into
eating
it.
kids' brains the whole time?
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions was the thing. It was the thing. My parents would be like, see that, Sean? See that? That's what drugs does to you. It's bad.
Fries your brain.
They aired that thing forever. Then they had...
the melted couch girl.
Oh, God. Okay, I think I have that,
was my
actually.
favorite.
One of the This Is Your Brain on Drugs, I think, had Rachel Lee Cook in it, like when they updated
I
it.
think it did. I think you're right, yeah. Then this was one of the ones that they did called Above the Influence. And I'm doing this in the run-up to show you the newest drug campaign that people are saying is over the top. But they had this one. Is this it?
Sarah, what's going on here? Sarah?
Sarah, she won't answer you.
She's flattened onto the couch. She's like two-dimensional.
So good.
She can't. This is the way it's been since she started smoking pot.
And
She's
honestly,
all lazy and
relatable.
boring, and we used to have so much fun together.
And now?
This is what we do.
This is what we do. And so she's like a flat, like deflated human on the couch because of the marijuana.
And I know exactly what strain she smoked.
And then they had ones where you'd be driving the car in the drive-through and you're stoned and you plow into some little kid. There's been a lot of these campaigns over the years. Now, Trump, I guess, has pushed for these new anti-fentanyl ads because fentanyl kills a lot of people. It's a horrific drug. It's something really, really bad. And if we can get a hold of it, great. I don't know if ads tend to work, but here's the story.
Oh, get a hold of the message. I thought you meant, you wanted to get a hold of some fentanyl.
No. The story from Axios, before I play the actual ads for you, says, Trump pushed for grisly anti-fentanyl ads airing now. All right? And then they kind of show some of the ads that we're going to play. President Trump was a key booster of a series of grisly TV ads portraying the dangers of fentanyl. Commercials that are now drenching the airwaves in several U.S. cities. A multi-million-dollar campaign by a Trump-aligned group is running the ad in areas hit hard by the fentanyl epidemic, like West Virginia, Philadelphia. They said the president wanted hard-edged portrayals of death and addiction that'll get a reaction. Now, I've got 2 of the ads here. Let's see what happens. Some people are saying these are over the top. It's too much for kids. I'll explain it to you. This appears to be some kid in a bathroom from a top-down view.
I got hooked on fentanyl. Before you do, look in the mirror. First, my teeth started to rot. Then, my skin turned blue. I started to age very rapidly. I lost my hair, my dignity, and every friend. And I will only be remembered as that drug user. Don't take fentanyl, because if you do, you'll be dead. Like me.
Oh, and it disappears from the frame, too. They disappear him. He was like, he looked fine. He looked young. He looked healthy. When he looked at himself in the mirror, all of the effects of fentanyl use wash over him. And then he's like, you're going to be dead like me. And he disappears into the bathroom.
Okay. I mean, to tell you, I'm sure. I'm curious how it's not bad, but it's also you're going to do it in Halloween time where they're making up to look like a zombie.
Yeah, he looked a little zombie-esque, I think.
I saw this week, and it's from, unfortunately, a family friend had passed away last year because of fentanyl overdose, and the mother was just part of, and I had no idea, part of this like very short docuseries episode from Texas Pictures Documentaries. And the title is Fentanyl Kills. And they are interviewing the parents, the family, the friends of those that have died of fentanyl overdoses.
Really?
And it was one of the most powerful 11 minutes long, one of the most powerful pieces of fentanyl reaction, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, that I've ever seen in my life.
Well, it's horrible. It is really a horrible, dangerous, bad thing.
That to the kids, and it will shake you, man.
This one's a little longer. The last one here is 1 minute long. It says makeamericafentanylfree.com. Oh, they're partying.
Best birthday party ever.
Yeah.
Well, except for the weed. Turns out it was laced with fentanyl. And a birthday I'll never forget, because it was my last.
Oh, she's dead.
Just one mistake, and you're out of the game.
Everybody's dying.
Taking fentanyl is like playing Russian roulette. Just a few grains can kill you.
I had to pull an all-nighter, so I took the pill my roommate gave me.
Oh, he's going to disappear.
The last time. It was.
I was immediately addicted to fentanyl, exactly like the drug dealers wanted. My skin turned blue. I aged rapidly. My organs painfully deteriorated. Then I died. Alone. Fentanyl kills.
Damn.
Join President Trump's fight to end the fentanyl crisis.
I mean, it's grisly. I agree. But maybe effective. Maybe that's what you need. Let us know what you think about this, the new reboot of this, the latest campaign against this, fentanyl in this case. Send us a dispatch over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com.
Graphics have become a lot cheaper than it was back in the This Is Your Brain on Drugs days.
Yeah, it's easier with a lower budget to get some, solid looking effects work going. All right, well, tell us what you think. Send us a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, we got to talk about the story. Did you guys see this? The story about this robbery at Disney Springs, which is just so unhinged. I don't know why. This is the weirdest thing.
It's
For those who
impressive,
haven't heard,
too.
we'll give you the details. C-Lane is impressed with this robber. We'll tell you what he did. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Win tickets to the Tampa Bay Bucks game Wednesday on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll.
Hey, folks. How are you? I wanted to ask you about something, if you don't mind. I had a question for you. I might be like boomer territory on this, but personally, when they do a dramatic reenactment, like an acted out version of a docu-series type thing, I'm usually not on board, especially when it seems too soon. Like even the Natalia Grace thing, when they rebooted that and they had like people acting in the roles and stuff, I don't care about that. I watch like the actual version. The dramatized version is not really of interest to me. However, HBO has just announced that they're doing a live dramatic version of the October 7th Hamas attacks. An acted out, dramatized version of the Hamas October 7th attacks on Israel. Yes or no? Yes or no? Are we in? Yes or no? It seems kind of strange. I mean, the videos exist online. They are horrific. They probably changed my feelings on a couple of things. It makes it clear that Hamas and terrorist groups like that, it's not somebody you can really negotiate with. These are human-shaped animals, people who are, in my opinion, incredibly expendable. And I'll say what I always say, if I could hit a button and kill everybody in Hamas, I would hit the button multiple times, okay? But I don't think I want to watch like an acted out, dramatized version of the October 7th attacks. I don't think I want that.
Lots of no's, one yes. No, unless they show the way they raped and killed women. Like, I seriously doubt they're going to show some of that stuff. And if you're trying to get the message out, there's already websites from the Israeli government that have all the footage of the attacks. And it's so bad. So bad. But like, and they filmed this in Israel, where the attacks took place. They filmed this HBO series, in Israel, where the attacks took place. They had people dressed up as Hamas, people dressed up as, like, you know, the party goers at the music festival, and they acted out this whole thing. It seems strange to me. Who is putting out a dramatized version? Sounds like propaganda to me. HBO is where it's going to air. Here's what they said. HBO Max will air the first scripted portrayal of the devastating October 7th attack on Israel. The company has acquired the exclusive rights to One Day in October, a limited series depicting Hamas's 2023 surprise attack, which killed 1,200 Israelis and foreign nationals and kidnapped 251 others. One Day in October was filmed on location in Israel and is based on real-life accounts. That's pretty crazy. For me, that kind of stuff is best based in the brutal reality of it all. If you want to put together a documentary of the actual footage, which they've done, do that. Some people need to see this to understand how it went down. I don't disagree, but it's like, do they need to see a dramatized version? Do they need to see, like, people like acting everything out? What does that solve that's different than just having the footage public on a website? That's a huge percentage of the population? What is? Is there an appetite for this? I wouldn't think so. Like, I often think about, like, if I was in a room full of people and I was offering them opportunities that were in the next room. I think about, like, when I think about ideas for the show, I think about this. It's like street corner radio style. If I walked into a room full of people and I said, guys, you're gonna love this. It's amazing. Everybody in the next room, we got comfortable seats. The air conditioning is great. There are some treats. We're gonna be showing a limited series. You get to see it before anybody else in the United States of America. Your sneak peek to the October 7th massacre in Israel. How many people are going through that door into the next room to watch that? I think a lot of people will be like, nah, that's brutal, but I don't need that info. 45 seconds. All right, we're coming back. I just don't know that I don't have a personal interest in watching stuff like that. Here we go.
More at Eloquist.com or call 1-855-ELOQUIS.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
Show Tuesday. That's when you tell a friend, hopefully, about the show. Say, look, I like this show. It's the three best friends you never knew you had going through the most viral stories of the day. I think you'll like it too. Here's a link. Do that and be greatly appreciated on a Share the Show Tuesday. C-Lane really, really likes this robber. He's a big fan of the person who pulled off what is a crime, I will remind you. But I have to agree, it is pretty insane what happened here at this restaurant at what they call Disney Springs, which if you've never been or haven't been to Central Florida in a while, they used to have a place called Downtown Disney. They revamped it. It's full of restaurants and lots of like shopping. It's a great little area. And it's big, by the way. And in there is a place called Paddlefish. And Paddlefish is the old paddle boat, right? That's the one it's like a big, I believe, a big paddle boat that they've retrofitted into being a restaurant.
This is separate from Boathouse.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes. No, this one actually looks like a boat, where the boathouse looks like you pull your boat up to it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, strangely enough, there's just two boat-related places there. But the Paddlefish one
Neither
is
of
the
them
one
are
that
actual
was,
boats.
is the one that was targeted here. And this guy, it was like a next-level Ocean's 11 type robbery that looks like it went down here. That very much impressed C-Lane. And the guy was wearing...
Oh, my gosh. Like, you're not impressed.
You're
putting this all on me.
I just don't want it on me. Because it did look... I'm sure people got traumatized. I'm sure it's bad. But it looked like the most insane thing that this went down. Here's what the story says. A man wearing goggles and what appears to be a wetsuit robbed a Disney Springs restaurant early Monday after ordering employees to get on their knees, according to an Orange County Sheriff's Office report. Happened just after midnight at Paddlefish. The incident report is like redacted crazy, like just blocks of redacted stuff in there. Two employees say they were in the manager's office when a man wearing a mask and all black clothing came in and forced them into a corner before telling them to get down. And one of the employees was depositing cash into a safe when the robbery occurred. Now, I'm no conspiracy theorist here, but that doesn't seem accidental to me. That seems like somebody knew when that cash drop was going down exactly. Oh. And that seems to me like I want to look at some former employees here. I'm not doing the investigation, but that just kind of makes sense to me a little bit. And if you're wondering, like, why would they target one of these restaurants? Well, the restaurants in this Disney Springs area, several of them, including Boathouse, which was mentioned. Boathouse is, I think, one of the top 5 busiest restaurants in the United States of America.
It's
correct.
Awesome.
It's crazy how much these restaurants make. All right. So when they target another one in this Paddlefish restaurant, know that we are talking about tens of thousands of dollars at least that would be going into this safe at the end of the night. And they have not released how much money they stole from this place, but it certainly happened. They were at the scene looking.
I thought there was an estimate.
Oh, I didn't see that in the story I saw. But let me know. Hold on. I'm going to try to see if I can pull up something with more of a news report on this. And you guys tell me if you find anything. Because the story is just shocking. Like just the idea that this went down. They haven't caught the guy yet or the person yet, and they don't really have much because they were wearing a wetsuit when it happened. FTV or Click Orlando, Channel 6 has it.
Disney Springs, where there was a robbery at this restaurant.
She's at the scene.
It's hard to imagine a thief could get away with this restaurant that's a boat floating on the water. But when we went to check out the robbery, we saw these Orange County Sheriff's deputies walking around outside and checking out the water. We got a tip that an armed robber entered the restaurant after it closed, tied up the employees, and robbed the place.
Damn.
The anonymous tipster went on to say that the man escaped by swimming across the water wearing a black wetsuit.
So just so you know what's going on here. The place is on a boat on the water. So apparently this guy, I'm just assuming it's a guy, it's always a guy, he's on a wetsuit in like underwater, making his way up to the fake boat and then coming out and then robbing the place and then sinking back into the water and disappearing.
I'm getting James Bond vibes.
I know.
If he robbed.
That's what it feels like. That's so crazy. A lot of people are saying estimated $10,000 to $20,000.
Yeah, I'm seeing WDW Magic, Walt Disney World Magic.com says $20,000.
20 grand. And that's what they believe happened here. Let's see what else the report says.
The sheriff's office wouldn't confirm those details, but they did tell us in part. On Monday, September 15, 2025, around 12:10 a.m., deputies responded to Disney Springs in reference to a robbery. When they arrived, deputies met with the victims who said an unknown man entered the business after hours, took some cash, and left. Paddlefish Restaurant is part of Levy Restaurants, and they gave us a brief statement that says in part, "We have no comment. This is an active investigation."
Well, they didn't give you much. They were pretty short with that. But I would, if I was the officers investigating this, look into somebody who was a former employee who knew we got a cash drop going down at exactly this time. We got here's how I can get away with this. I'll put on a wetsuit. I'll slip in from this location. I know where all the cameras are. When they're looking into the camera at one point in time, and I think they spray painted the security cameras.
Right.
You see the person wearing a wetsuit. The goggles are reflective, so you don't even see their eyeballs. You don't see anything. You see a wetsuit, you see reflective goggles, and then the person spray paints the camera. This is somebody who thought about this for a very long time. This is somebody who knew how this restaurant was operating and decided that they could pull this off. And they did. and they did. And they may, in fact, get away with this whole thing. It's pretty crazy. And it kind of reminds me, the person who told me this is maybe even listening on our affiliate in West Palm Beach, Real Radio 92.1. Love you down there. Great station, great people, great city. And what I'll tell you is I have a friend from a long time ago in West Palm. I will not name this person. And he approached me one time at a party, and he was like, "Hey, you want to make some money?" And I said, "What?" And he was like, "I have been thinking over the last couple of weeks about how we could rob a bank and 1,000% get away with it."
Okay.
And I said, "Are you serious?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not kidding at all."
And then he goes, "This movie I saw had all of it."
I don't know if he got inspired by a movie, Sabrina, but it sounded very movie-like. Like he goes, "We're going to be on motorcycles." And I was like, "I'm out." "We're going to be on motorcycles. And we're going to go into the bank and do X, Y, and Z. And then we'll have people set up on these perimeters. We're going to call in a fake call over here to get all the police dispatched into the wrong direction." Everything was thought out. And he finishes his spiel, his pitch to me. And he's like, "So you want to do it? You want to rob this bank?" "No, are you serious? Are you robbing a bank? What are you going to?" As far as I know, this person never robbed a bank, but they were deadly serious about trying to do this and trying to get people.
Only one he asked?
I think he asked at least one or two other people, but
did his plan sound like something that would work?
Yes. But I had to say, C-Lane, after getting the pitch from this guy, I thought, oh, this is going to be a disaster. Because imagine all of the people that he's asked before me. I'm not exactly the person that would come up on the list where you're like, I need a team of stealthy people who are like Navy SEALs, and Sean is going to be perfect for that. Like if I got picked for the pitch to rob this bank, then I think perhaps a lot of people turned it down before me. But they're looking for this person. Be on the lookout for a person in a wetsuit with reflective eyes. That's what we've got so far. Good luck on that one. If you work at the place and want to tell us more and be anonymous, email tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Put anonymous on top, tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
You read something that said he was armed. I haven't seen armed or heard armed yet.
I'm saying no weapon.
Okay.
I think he just got in there and ordered them to sit in the corner, and they did it.
No, this didn't say armed. This is a man wearing goggles, what appears to be a websuit. The man took some cash and left. He did not have a weapon, nor did he say that he did. So why did they give him the money if he didn't say he had a weapon? Why? I don't know if you would be even told to do it. So some guy just comes up in a scuba suit, Scuba Steve style, and goes, "Give me all your money."
Oh, maybe we should be looking for guys named Steve.
It's too on the nose. In that moment, I would go, or what? You have to tell the or what. Like if you come up to me on the streets and you go, "Sean, give me all your money," be like, "Okay, or what? What's the thing? What are you going to do? Are you going to drop in and rappel into C-Lane's house after midnight with a bunch of ninja stars and try to kill him? Okay, here's my money. I'll give it to you. Don't do that
all
thing."
Right. News 6 said they got a tip that an armed robber entered the restaurant after it was closed, tied up the employees, and robbed the place. That's the only place that has said armed that I could see. And the Orange County Sheriff's Office wouldn't confirm those details, but they said they responded to a robbery. The victims, they didn't say anything about the guy being armed.
You wouldn't give somebody the money from your safe if they didn't have a gun, though, would you?
Maybe he made it look like something.
He said he didn't. The story, okay, we only have the story. So it says he did not have a weapon, nor did he say he did, according to the incident report. So it's just somebody came up and said, give me your money. It's like, well, no. What? You're just like, you ask, what is this? What's going on here? Like,
yeah, I mean, all he did, he had a spray paint can on him.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe that was enough to scare them. I don't
Sean
know.
Patrick's Day on YouTube says, I'm not messing with the dude in the scuba suit and goggles. Not my business. I get it, but like somebody said, it's implied. Like if you give a bank teller a note demanding cash, usually the note to the bank teller has the or else on it. I think most places, like if I walked into a jewelry store and I said, give me all your jewelry, and I just have nothing in my hands, they'd go, no. And I'd go, well,
all right, have a good day. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I've instructed you to give me all your jewelry. If there's no gun, no bomb, no threat to rappel from the roof and attack Sea Lane with ninja stars, what the hell's going on here? Why would anybody even give up the money to begin with? Maybe I'm crazy. Let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over on thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, quick break. When we come back, how many people go to Costco? Go to Costco and buy some. You.
I have Sea Lane stuff for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could be involved if you've had him get you anything as of late. Actually, if you've had him get you anything in the last 6 months or so, anybody who has shopped at Costco, there's an item that you may have purchased at Costco that they're saying is so dangerous that you shouldn't even touch it. You shouldn't try to return it to the store. You should grab it with some tongs and throw it in the trash can immediately. Don't bring it back to the store. That's how dangerous this item that a lot of you may have purchased at Costco is. What's going on with this? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Bold takes, bad jokes, and too much honesty. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odor.com Traffic Center. Odor.com, the only business software you will need.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road at 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valve link.
Hey! Welcome to Skull Mike. It's called Skull Mike because it started as just a microphone and there's a golden skull down here. All right, that's basically all you need to know. It's how we can talk during commercial breaks. And I can see with Skull Mike technology, I can see you just as you can see me. So thank you for hanging out.
And that's something that you don't have to worry about if you get yourself a solar system and battery backup from Solar Installers of Florida.
Charles said 20 grand is a lot for Orlando residents. Well, 20 grand is a lot for most people, I would say. But here's the thing, Charles. 20 grand is a lot of money. We agree, right? But if you had 20 grand and somebody came up to you just like this, give me your $20,000. I don't think you're just going to give them the money. I think you'd be like, wait, what's the threat here? If the person comes up and goes, I have a gun, I'm going to kill you if you don't give me your $20,000. Here you go. Enjoy. Have fun. Buy something fancy. But if you don't have any gun at all and you pull off a robbery, that's kind of stunning. Sean, I hope for your sake nobody decides to enter Sea Lane's home with ninja stars tonight because that would make tomorrow very interesting for you. I can't allow that to happen. Sean, I appreciate you, and I hope you're living a great life. Right back at you, buddy. Right back at you. You look great today, by the way. Chaos. You look fantastic. Sean makes $20,000 a week just from his YouTube. Oh, from your mouth to God's ears, please. Yes, please. If you're in a closed restaurant and a well-geared person shows up demanding cash, most probably complying. What? There's a lot of heavy lifting that's happening with well-geared person. Why am I scared of somebody in a scuba outfit? Do they have a spear? What? I mean, guys, be real. Like, if somebody just walked up to you in the parking lot and said, give me the keys to your car, would you just go, oh, okay, here you go. Here's it. What are you guys, fucking Swedish? What is this, Denmark? What's going on? You guys just give up things with no perceived threat or real threat? Be serious. You would never do that. Now, I guess the argument you could make is, if it was like a work vehicle and somebody came up to you and it's not even your car and they're like, give me the car right now. And you're like, okay, here's the keys. Just to be safe, you just give them the keys. You don't know if they have a gun that they're not showing you. Maybe, but I ain't giving up my car with no gun. 2.5 minutes. What about a massive wetsuit dong? That ain't gonna make it happen. Disney don't want no heroes. Employees are told to comply. Absolutely, very true. Totally agree. I'm just saying, if it was you and the person tried to rob you with no weapon, would you give in? Because I wouldn't personally. Like, imagine somebody coming up to my house, knocking on the door, and they're like, hey, I'm here to take everything. No, you're not. Let me in. I'm here to take everything. No, kiss my ass. Get out of here. You're not. Now, if that person pulls up a bunch of guns or like has some kind of threat, okay, all right. It's different, right? Sean really tries to antagonize us? I do. I'm so sweet to you. I'm so kind and nice and sweet to you. It goes totally unappreciated. Think about all the nice things I said. Rick says, ever tried fighting in a wetsuit? You get your ass kicked. True. Absolutely true. That person is at an absolute disadvantage. They have no gun, no knife that we know of. They're in a restrictive wetsuit where they're like this. I could probably just, just one kick like this. And the person knocks back into the water. Hashtag Sweet Sean, that's what we call him. I wish. I do. Unfortunately, my rep is not as good as I'd like it to be. All right. An item in Costco is dangerous. Don't return it. Just throw it away. What is it? That's coming up next.
Numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Hey, this is Matt Jones. I'm Drew Franklin, and this is NFL Cover Zero. We're just here to try to give you an NFL perspective a little bit different.
Did you see the Colts pretzel? That was my other big takeaway from that game.
What was that? Oh, my. We think NFL coverage should be informative and entertaining. And twice a week, that is exactly what you're going to get. Open up your free iHeartRadio app, search NFL Cover Zero with Matt Jones and Drew Franklin, and listen now.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is the News Junkie.
In Costco, in the last 6 months, you may be in danger. And And they don't even want you to return this item that is so dangerous. I'll tell you what it is in just a second here on the show. That felt like a local news tease. That felt like you know, is it going to explode in your kitchen?
What's killing you right now?
What 3 household items can give you cancer?
What could kill you at 4 o'clock today? Find out at 6.
All right, yeah, we'll give it to you before that. But no, this is a real story, and you're also going to hear me try to pronounce something that is, it's not very easy to pronounce. So I'm going to give that a shot here too. There is an item at Costco that is dangerous. It is just flat out dangerous. And they want people who purchase this. It's a Kirkland brand item. Not good. Not good. Mm-mm.
Okay. But Kirkland brand item, asterisk, it's made by a big company.
I don't know if they just brand or how they operate.
Oh, yeah. Kirkland brands are made by the, most of them, by the competitor that's like right next to them. Like, for example, if you want Kirkland coffee, that's Starbucks.
I thought that was the lie that they told about the vodka. Wasn't that the thing where they were like, actually...
I've heard a couple different ones where it's like, if it's Kirkland American vodka, it's the same as Tito's, but if it's like Kirkland French vodka, it's whatever the...
Grey Goose or something?
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe that's true. Yeah, maybe. But this is not vodka. It is not vodka. It is dangerous. And Costco says you need to be wary of this. It is a particular type of what they're calling wine. And it says wine sold at Costco has been recalled over sudden shattering risk.
Whoa.
They are telling you specifically, do not return the item. Do not bring it back to the store. Do not attempt to return it. Take this and just throw it in the trash. Get rid of it. Don't open it.
Shattering.
I know this bottle, and I need to send some text messages.
Oh, really? I was wondering. I'm going to give this a shot. It's called Kirkland Signature Prosecco Valdobbiadene. That is the best I can do on what this is called. Kirkland Signature Prosecco Valdobbiadene. And this is so explosive and can shatter at any moment that they tell you, here's the quote, it's dangerous and it can shatter even when not handled or in use.
Right.
If you have an unopened bottle, do not open it, Costco says. Do not return it to the warehouse. Wrap it in paper towels, put it in a plastic bag, and then slowly place it into your trash can.
Okay, that sucks for waste management.
Yeah, they're blowing up like crazy. All the garbage people, they're blowing up, exploding. That's what's going to happen here. That's a lot of steps.
Wait, riddle me this. Wouldn't Costco have essentially a database of who has bought this? You have to go in with a membership.
Yeah, it'd be tied to the membership, yeah.
You know, you have your list of items in your inventory, so go around and get your own explosive bottles.
Maybe they emailed those people, but they ain't doing all the legwork. They're like, here's what we're required to do. Hey, everybody, do you have the Prosecco Valdobbiadene? And if you do, wrap it in paper towels, put it in a plastic bag, slowly lower the plastic bag into your trash can. Otherwise, that sucker is a ticking time bomb that could go off at absolutely any moment.
How are they dealing with the bottles of the Prosecco that are in their stores? Like, was there just like an area of glass fireworks going off in the stores?
They cordoned it off, you know. They put up like a wet floor sign, and you could go and watch if you'd like to from a distance. But it's dangerous out there. And they've sold these all over the United States from April of this year to August 26th of this year. So if you have that Prosecco Valdobbiadene from Kirkland Signature, get it out of the house, but be very Breaking Bad about it. Be very like glove up, you know, get like a little mask on and like you're dealing with some sort of virus that you don't want to spread around the world.
Oh, I think they did send a warning letter to people who they thought this might affect.
Did they?
Because they said instead of getting the refund because they don't want you to bring the bottles back to the store because it's dangerous, the members can claim a full refund by bringing the warning letter to their nearest location.
Oh, really? You bring the letter that they sent you in, and then you get money back for the Prosecco that you bought?
Yeah.
What is that expensive? Well, like a bottle of Prosecco is probably not too bad, right? Maybe
At
$10.
Costco, probably not that bad. No.
Yeah, probably not that bad, but definitely dangerous if you have it inside your house. We talked a lot about free speech earlier, and in the wake of the Charlie Kirk assassination, there's a bunch of people that are like, my free speech is being violated. People are being fired all over the place. One quick update: C-Lane brought up this story yesterday, and it seemed pretty messed up to me, where I might get some of this wrong, but I'll do my best. I think there was a nurse that complained about another healthcare employee.
A nurse complained about the bariatric surgeon in her area, saying that, like, screw that guy, he deserved it, whatever, he's terrible.
About Charlie Kirk.
About Charlie Kirk. And she said, like, how dare you wish death upon somebody? You're a doctor. Like, what are you doing? And she complained to her HR or something about it. And she also may have said something on social media. And then she got suspended.
Yeah, she got suspended. And the other person did not. Okay? They did not. Now, the update was they reversed that. And the woman, they said, is going to be back at work and will be working. And I think the other doctor or the surgeon or whatever you said they were is going to be getting
bariatric
fired.
surgeon.
Bariatric
Which means it
surgeon.
deals with what, Sean?
That means it's your bariatric system, really.
Yeah.
Your stomach.
Good answer.
Is that your stomach?
Yeah. A bariatric surgeon would be who gives you the staples.
Oh, okay. All right. I was trying to find the update to that. Maybe you could find that to see what happened, but it looked like they reversed the decision on that lady.
I knew they were going to,
because punishment.
Because she's hot.
You think that's why?
I saw the
Pretty
article.
privilege?
She's hot.
I mean, it was dumb. Like somebody's saying, like, this person's post online is bad, and you're like, that person's not going to get fired, but you are.
It was weird because I feel like their reasoning for wanting to suspend her was going to social media about it. Like, if you suspend somebody who goes to HR over another person, like, why would you ever trust somebody to do that again?
Yeah, you can't do that because HR is toast. Yeah, like if somebody goes to HR and gets suspended for complaining about something, HR is toast because no one is ever going to go again they'll be chilled out of their speech in the workplace. But the Attorney General is kind of talking about some of this stuff, and so let's listen in. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what we're facing here. Here's Pam Bondi.
There's free speech, and then there's hate speech, and there is no place, especially now, especially after what happened to Charlie, in our society.
Do you see more law enforcement going after these groups who are using hate speech and putting cuffs on people so we show them that some action is better than no action?
We will absolutely target you, go after you if you are targeting anyone with hate speech, anything. And that's across the aisle.
By the way, this is unhinged and this is bad. All right. To my friends on the right, this is unhinged and this is bad. We were the same people who are gathered together saying, like, no, actually hate speech is free speech. And it's the dirtiest part of it. It's the part that is worth protecting because it's not about speech that you agree with. That's the weakest battle in free speech you could ever say. The easy to say speech is nothing. It's the other stuff. But if you open it up to this kind of stuff, hate speech, that's not protected under free speech. Well, I mean, that's mostly not true. Here she is talking about this in another interview on Fox, Pam Bondi.
That's horrific. It's free speech, but you shouldn't be employed anywhere if you're going to say that. And employers, you have an obligation to get rid of people. You need to look at people who are saying horrible things, and they shouldn't be working with you. Businesses cannot discriminate. If you want to go in and print posters with Charlie's pictures on them for a vigil, you have to let them do that. We can prosecute you for that. I have Harmeet Dillon right now in our civil rights unit looking at that immediately, that Office Depot had done that. We're looking at that. But Sean,
See, all of this stuff seems like completely hypocritical to me because it is. And this is like bake the cake, right? Like the Office Depot didn't want to print the very, very innocuous Charlie Kirk flyers that these people brought in. And they said, this is propaganda and we won't do it. And it was a bunch of pierced nose, pink haired women that were working at this Office Depot. Office Depot, I think, fired at least one of the employees, if not more, and apologized for this whole thing. And I don't know what their policies are over there. But it's kind of like the bake the cake thing. It's like bake the cake, bigot. And you go, well, hang on. I don't want to do it for this reason or this reason. I just think there's zero consistency going on here. There's just zero consistency. I think you cannot lose all your principles in the midst of you being upset about people posting mean, hateful, hurtful, terrible things online.
I don't think Office Depot has a whole lot of wiggle room to just turn down jobs.
Actually, they have a lot of wiggle room.
Now.
No one goes to the store.
What is happening?
Plenty of
there?
room to wiggle.
Every time I go into one of those places, I'm like, you all are, there ain't a lot of time left here.
I go in, it's like going to the Humane Society because everyone's like,
adopt
customer, can I sign you up for the membership program? You can get 50% off. We just need to email and text you every day for the rest of your life.
Oh, no big deal. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so I'm going to stand against that. I think that if people are posting things celebrating the death of a human being, that's god awful. If their employers want to fire them, that is fine. I don't think every printer should be forced to print anything. Just like I don't think any cake baker should be forced to bake anything with some specialized message for somebody if they disagree with it for whatever reason. I'm just going to stand on those free speech grounds that I generally do and say that this is bad. I don't care if people get fired for celebrating that this guy died because those are pretty gross individuals. And if you don't want them working for you or representing your job online or anything like that, then fine, bounce them out. There's far too many people who are like annoying activist employees that need to be eliminated from the workforce probably altogether until they could change their attitudes. But I'm just not going with you down the road of censorship. I'm not doing it. I think that's bad. I think that's dumb. I think that's inconsistent. I think it's hypocritical.
So when
we come back,
New Jersey doctor that was accused of celebrating the assassination has resigned. The nurse who reported him will get to keep her job. The hospital where they worked told Fox News Digital Englewood Health said it diligently investigated the incident between a doctor and a nurse. The update came after the nurse sued the hospital.
Oh, really?
Alleging that Dr. Matthew Young cheered and celebrated in comments made in front of patients and hospital staff, and she was suspended after she reported him. They accepted the physician's resignation, and the nurse is expected to work her scheduled shifts. They said, via spokesperson, the nurse was never fired, was never told she would be fired, even though she claims a union rep told her to look for a job. And will not miss any pay as part of our review of this matter.
What about this union rep? Did anything for that person?
No, we don't talk about the union rep.
Yeah, because that seems like that person might be ideologically aligned with the person who posted the bad message, and they're like, no, I'm not firing them. I'm firing you. And now we have like political wars in the workplace. Great. Yeah. When we come back, thank you, by the way, Sealand. The next episode with Sabrina, excuse me.
I dare you.
What's coming up on the next episode?
Yes, Elaine, what's coming up?
Coming
up on the next episode, Jessica Simpson revealed she just signed over the one thing she needed to find those dang sea chickens. Eddie Vedder has historically been very hard to understand. That was until a recent Cubs game, apparently. Plus, Nick Cannon has a new reason behind fathering 12 children, and lack of condoms is not involved. Somehow, Mariah is. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Tuesday, we're going to be expecting another pleasant day. Plan for temperatures to climb into the mid to upper 80s with a high of 89 degrees today in Orlando. So that's still a degree or two below normal, and our humidity levels will still be very manageable. That will help to keep our rain chances at bay today with only a 20% chance. Higher chances, though, are on the way as we head towards the end of this week and into the weekend, along with the return of the humidity. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Duke's Mayo. Duke's, it's got twang.
This is the Duke's country song. It's a song about good mayo. Duke's Mayo. It'll make any dish say. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Kicks.
Hello. Look at you. Look at you. Folks, the next episode is coming up in 2.5 minutes. That's not very long. This will be a short little break. Short break-a-rooney. Jared says, exactly, Sean. Unfortunately, it seems like things are going to get worse before they get better. It's so sad. This is where our culture is. Hang in there, everybody. God bless. I think, Jared, that there are at least some right-leaning people who think, well, left-leaning people went bananas with this for a very long time. And we can't fight back with nothing, so we're going to do this. And then maybe the left stops doing it. But the response I've seen from the left is like, we're not going to denounce, like the streamer Destiny is like, I'm not going to denounce the assassination of Charlie Kirk because I want Trump to denounce violent rhetoric. And it's like, so everybody's like the Spider-Man meme, just pointing the fingers at each other. Now, like I get what the streamer Destiny is saying, but it doesn't make sense after something that wasn't caused by right-leaning ideology to have the president necessarily apologize. It would be good if the president was like, we need to tone down the rhetoric, we need to come together as a country. That shit ain't happening. The ship has sailed. I'm kind of doomer-pilled on it. I think people are just going to eat each other alive until they get tired of it. At some point, they'll get tired of it. By the way, I don't believe, even in the slightest, these rumors, for those of you in the streaming world, especially on Twitch, these rumors that they're about to ban Hassan, the tanky streamer, I don't believe it. I don't think it's true.
You're still rolling with Odor.
I think if they did ban Hassan, it would have to be like a perma ban, and it would be explosive for all the left-wing people, the tankies who were on their website. No shot. No shot. It ain't happening. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride. The next episode. Let's do it.
News, live play-by-play, plus the station you're listening to right now, anytime, anywhere. Join the millions who already have it. Open the free iHeartRadio app today. The #1 app for radio.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the...
In the world of entertainment and beyond, excuse me. Trying to read two things at one time here. Excuse me for that. We'll get to the next episode here in just a moment. Real quick, the bad news piles on. An LA judge has rejected the Menendez brothers' petition for a new trial. So after having all of that momentum, and it seemed like these people from the Netflix show and like people coming out were going to push for the Menendez brothers to be freed. Now they're squashed, I think, all the way around. Yeah. No good for them. That's what happens when you shoot your parents. And their appeal for a new trial has been rejected by a Los Angeles judge. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Born in Australia, I got the Tourette's now.
Hey! Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com. That's his website. And he made it so easy to navigate through. It is chock full of information for you. Are you looking to refinance? Maybe get some cash out so you can get a cool boat, some new clothes, pay for a wedding, back taxes, all of that. That's the person you got to get the process started with because it can be confusing, but not when it comes to that mortgage guy, Don. He is an expert, but he's also your BFFL. So start the process today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a big day on this day, gentlemen. 46 years ago, 1979. Bum-ba-na-num. Rap music exploded into the scene. And here's a very interesting explanation of the event. Oh, yeah. Rap. The New York City ghetto music in which the performers chanted rhymed and rhythmical verses over pre-recorded instrumental dance tracks made it onto vinyl with the release of the Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight. The source? Some old white dude from the 70s. You know it?
Do I know Rapper's Delight? The whole thing?
The whole thing.
No.
America, we love you.
Say it a hip. Hop.
Hip it, hop, hip, hop. Don't stop.
Sylvia Robinson, formerly of Mickey and Sylvia, formed Sugar Hill Records to produce rap records despite industry warnings that rap had no commercial appeal.
Thanks, industry.
Boy, was you right about that.
46 years later, rap be everywhere. Now, Rapper's Delight was recorded over the instrumental Break from Good Times, and the single became a disco smash, selling a whopping 2 million copies in the U.S.
That's where a lot of the early rap songs came from, instrumental breaks, because then they could just have 2 copies of it on vinyl,
right?
And can consistently restart it.
A lot of samples, and then samples become other samples, and then it gets twisted, and rap music was born. Happy
It's so
birthday,
funny
rap.
that the trajectory of it being like a corny hip hop, a hip it, and then it turned into F your wife, F your family, I'm going to murder everybody, I'm going to...
That big old booty, I'm going to smack a bitch, and then I bring it to her friend, and he's going to smack her. Now let's go into...
That one was a banger.
Poor bitch is getting smacked twice.
Tell me
Bring it to
about
her friend
it.
and he's going to smack her.
And now she got a helmet, so try to smack her now. Sports, baby.
Let's play ball, it's game day. We want strikeouts, base hits,
Double play, but they didn't see this in the dugout. Eddie Vedder dropping an sitting in the bleachers with Cindy Crawford, as one does.
That's who was interviewing Eddie Vedder?
No, he was just with her. And retired Cubs great Anthony Rizzo,
All right.
H to the Rizzo,
That makes sense.
who was being honored at the game. Now, Vedder, Crawford, and Rizzo, they led the crowd in, of course, a very traditional take me out to the ball game.
True.
But instead of ball game, they just dropped the F-bomb over and over again.
Take me out to the F game?
No, it was the song was great. Everyone sang along. But it was during the 7th inning stretch that the interview went a little, how do you say, south? And it goes a little something like this. Hit it, me.
Family affair. Eddie, you're like a regular out here. What today, though, is it like to get to enjoy this with Anthony?
I've never got to sit with my favorite player in the bleachers.
Do you want to hear that again? Because
it was a little Ozzy Osbourne. It's like, I'm never gonna leave you.
Family affair. Eddie, you're like a regular out here. What today, though, is it like to get to enjoy this with Anthony?
I've never got to sit with my favorite player in the bleachers.
Singing the stretch with him. What was it like? Singing the stretch with him. What was it like?
Oh, I was terrified.
You were terrified?
Wait for it.
Why?
Just I didn't want them to up.
Oh. That's what the interviewer did. She just started saying beep beep.
Was that Rizzo laughing at him for cursing on TV?
Oh, you bet your butt it was. No word from Cindy Crawford though. So congratulations, Eddie lives to see another day, and turns out you can't understand him when he's not singing.
True.
As well.
Yeah.
This one's a bit of a twist for me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but every time we talk about Nick Cannon and his dozen children, has it not been like a jokey thing? Like, I want to keep procreating. I don't know how to use a condom or anything that falls in between. But he's been part of the joke, right?
Yeah, I think so. It seems that way. I think he's been. I would guess that he's been seemingly kind of joking and almost proud about
it. It would be impossible not to embrace it.
He said he wanted to have even more than 12 plus children. And now we have this. He was on the Breakfast Club, and he admitted that the reason he is a 12-time dad is trauma.
Like from his upbringing?
It was a trauma response from the breakup with Mariah Carey. If I would have did the work and the healing after getting divorced, I probably would have took my time in a lot of other scenarios, he explained. For whatever reason, I thought that was the answer a lot of times. Like, oh, I'm going to figure it out over here. Now you're leaving trauma every step of the way instead of fixing it from its origin. That's when Charlamagne the God shared a clip of the interview on Instagram, writing, trauma response can show up in people's lives in many ways, or show up in many ways with 12 different lives that you sometimes get asked all of their names and don't remember, Nicholas.
Yeah, this feels a little loose. This feels like maybe
why did you say that before?
This feels like I could just blame everything on trauma. Like whatever
blaming it on Mariah too.
Well, this is trauma. That's the reason why I had unprotected sex with 12 women and impregnated them.
How dare you? It was, I think, 11 women because Mariah, they had the twins, remember?
Oh, okay.
So I'm, doing the math here. But I love
there's
that
gotta be twins. Yeah, and when you have a dozen kids, there's going to be at least a set, probably.
He just blames Mariah. And now we can blame Tony Romo for the reason Jessica Simpson does not have a boat anymore. Thanks a lot, dude.
I knew it.
Recently revealed.
Better stay away from my boat.
You got a boat?
No, I don't have a boat. Oh. But you better stay away from the boat I don't have.
I can see you being a boat guy. I gotta be honest.
If you get a boat, I will rappel into your house after midnight with ninja stars and attack you and kill you and take your boat.
You've been really obsessed with this today.
The ninja stars?
Yes.
Or just killing C-Lane?
With ninja stars. Repelling, I think. I think this guy just wants to repel.
This is the first I've mentioned of
ninja
this,
stars is one hand, repelling is on the other. I don't know if you've repelled before, but you need a free hand to do the rope stuff. Anyways, Jessica Simpson recently had to sign over a $100,000 boat that she bought for Tony when they were together so that he could sell it. Mind you, they just dated from 2007 to 2009. But for some reason, this is now just coming up. During a show in Pittsburgh, she told the crowd that Tony called her mom to tell her that he was selling a boat she got for him back in 2009. He needed Jessica's signature because her name was on the title. So then she gets the paperwork. She has to sign over the boat for him to sell. And guess what he gave her as a thank you? Go ahead. You have the story already, didn't you?
No, I don't.
Text?
No.
It was not a text. It was a
can of tuna.
Oh, great answer, but no.
Oh, that's close. It's a food item. It is.
You could put food items in liquid.
A Stanley tumbler.
God damn it, you're so close. I'm just going to say it for the sake of time. He gave her a stack of plastic cups.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We had to get them off the boat, to get it ready to sell.
So there you go. Happy boating, everybody. On the Boop Tube, we've got the 34th season premiere of Dancing with the Stars. How have they had 34 seasons already? Are they doing 3 seasons a year?
There's a lot of ladies who watch that show, I think.
A lot of stars to dance with.
A lot of fans.
America's Got Talent, 6th season premiere of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, 2nd season finale of The 1% Club. Will they go to 2% next year? I guess we'll find out. NBC fall preview on, you guessed it, ABC. And Sylvester Stallone will be on Fallon. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra, but most importantly, stay with me at Chickens of the Sea.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we return, we have so much more to get into today. One story I want to tackle that's not getting enough attention is a woman wanted to get a custom license plate, and they have told her no.
Well,
you
because
cannot
she can't
do
drive.
this. They've told this woman, who is one of the few who is competent at driving, they have told her that you cannot have that license plate. I want to fight for this lady. And I'll tell you what she wants on this license plate. We'll see if you would give it the thumbs up. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Tampa Bay Bucks host the New York Jets for their home opener this Sunday. Coverage starts at 12 noon on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by First Horizon Bank and Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road at 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real.
Hey, folks, there you are. Good to see you. Good to have you. You know, one of the takes I've seen starting to take hold out there is that the right coming after the left right now is a different kind of canceling, because the right is coming after the left for horrible behavior, but for a long time, over a decade, the left dominated this sort of cancel culture, coming after the right, not for saying horrible things is the claim, but for saying things that were true. Like a man can't be a woman can't be a man, you know, a man can't have a baby, and those sorts of things. I don't know if that's going to land with anybody, but I have seen that starting to take hold and get a foothold out there. I think it's kind of cope. I think this is just revenge. That's what it is to me. Just revenge. People aren't, and this is the truth, people are not very principled. People don't really care about being hypocritical. I do. I am principled. I try to be consistent, but most people do not in the world of politics. People want a tough leader, and people want revenge. It's why Republicans love Trump. It's why Democrats wish they had their own Trump. It's why Democrats love Gavin Newsom pretending to be Trump. That's one of the issues, or the core issues there, I think. Sean's going to fight for ISIS? Maybe. It's none of your business. It's just for votes now? Everything is for votes and for show and for clicks, and it's all like people being very performative. I don't like that stuff. I think it's lame. I think it's like embarrassing. Hi, Feral Kitten. Hi. The Democrats have their own Trump. His name is Joe Manchin. Come on. Please. Are you sure we don't want to live in a silverback dictatorship? Maybe. Who is that guy? Joe Manchin is a lukewarm blue dog Democrat who's basically a centrist Democrat type who is, this is to say, Joe Manchin, some sort of right-wing character like Trump. It's a dumb piece of commentary by a person who is either being facetious or doesn't really know much about politics. What if Jesus rappelled down from heaven with a bunch of ninja stars for all the non-believers? Wait, hold on. Hold on. In this example, is Jesus like rapturing you with a ninja star? So like Jesus comes down, and then when he sees the Christians, he raptures them with a ninja star, and they like poof, and they go to the ever after? Or is is Jesus coming back and then targeting the non-Christians and poofing all of them? It's an important difference. Jackie says, and the reason why everything is for clicks and for posturing is money. Money is the root of all evil, and capitalism is what's wrong with this country overall. True. True. Based. Socialist countries don't have any of these problems. Socialist countries and communist countries are perfecto, without social ills. You've removed capitalism from the equation, so everything must be better. It's not like a bunch of people from socialist countries are desperately trying to risk their fucking lives to come to the United States of America to make some money in our economy.
For reducing their risk for substance use. Substance use and mental health challenges often go hand in hand.
So no.
Before you talk about drugs,
You've just been fed a line on socialism that you probably don't even like. You probably really like some sort of free market economy with much more of a safety net, unless you're that radical. And in that case, I wish you zero power, because I don't want that to happen in my country. Actually, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. I'm more of a greed is good guy, without a tie. All right. Info on the roast forthcoming. Soon.
Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. Cordell.com.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit ReeseWindows.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Your front row seat to the most viral stories in the world. This is
I want women to get what they're looking for in the world. I want women to be happy. I want women to succeed. I don't want anything holding them back. I'm fighting for the woman in this story. I am. And I seriously doubt anybody else will because, I don't know, cowardice, who knows. But there's a woman in California who is just trying to get a license plate on her vehicle. It's not asking a lot. California is a failed state, and they have too many dumb rules, so they have decided that this woman cannot have a license plate with her name on it. Seems a little insane to me. All she wanted was, I am your name here, right? I am Sabrina. Okay. I am C-Lane. I am Sean. Nice little license plate for this lady.
What she requested, was it outside of the allocated numbers or spaces for a letter or a number?
No, good question. No, it was right about. It was okay. It fit within the the template of how long your driver's license or your license plate could be. She purchased it for $50 in 2022, and she has decided to pay the $50 renewal fee every year. And the state of California says, Miss, you can't do it. Isis Wharton is her name. And all she wanted was, I am ISIS on her license plate on her vehicle. But apparently there's somebody who's ruined that name for everybody else.
Ruined it or had this trademark?
The other ISIS people don't trademark it, I don't think. But this lady, I guess, she was named after the Egyptian goddess Isis, the OG. She says she was hurt by this decision, and they said, we cannot give it to you because ISIS also stands for something else.
I thought if it was like your name, they kind of had to give it to you.
I would hope so. I am Chris. I would like you to have that license plate.
But they did.
Right?
She has been driving around with that license plate, right?
Yeah. I think she had it and then she renewed it. And then all of a sudden they were like, wait, lady, I am ISIS on the back of your car. We can't have this. They said the free speech clause, a lot of free speech talk these days, protects people saying their own messages on personalized license plates. So most likely the DMV is not going to be able to prevent her from saying that. All right. The DMV says it could be misconstrued as I am the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, or ISIS, the terror group, the bad one, the bad ISIS, not the good ISIS, as in this lady. Should she be able to get the license plate? Let us know what you think. Send your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com. And it's a tough one. I know it's a tough name to have right now. There's people named Karen who are like, very tough time to be a Karen. Yeah, sure. I agree. But tougher time to be an ISIS. Very
and that's
tough
just
time.
her first name. I mean, what if it was someone
her last name is Lover, which is, I mean, it makes it even harder.
Or you just wanted to use like your initials or first two letters of your name because of like the limit that you have, like Natalie Zimmerman.
Right.
But would she be able to have a license?
Like Nizzer on the, or how would they break it up?
The first two of Natalie and the first two of Zimmerman. Nazi.
Yeah, you can't do that. You
Why?
can't do that. You can't, because if they're not going to allow ISIS, Nazis got to be like
Nazis.
Nazis got to be number one on the list. What if you have NA and then you know how you have like the middle of the plate with your with the state logo and then the ZI is on the other side? Is that enough space, or is it still like, you could tell that's what word that is? Maybe it's not enough.
Yeah.
Maybe if you can't break it up like that, it's just not going to work for people. People are very sensitive about this stuff. They get upset. I don't know if I was driving around and I saw a vehicle with I am ISIS on the back, if I would panic and like dial,
it has to have gone viral. Somebody has had to have been behind
this
Lady ISIS and taken a picture.
I am curious of, did they receive complaints over the license plate?
Good question. Let's see what they say. Here's one of the reports on this.
For many, this Kia sedan is just a way of transportation.
Let's hear straight from ISIS.
But for Isis Wharton, it's an extension of her identity.
She's young.
I'm proud of my name. I'm proud that it's on my car, and I feel like driving around.
It does look funny.
Cool.
On Friday, Wharton receiving this. A letter from the California DMV regarding her car's...
Oh, here it is. It's California plate. And it's the specialty plate is one, I've never seen this before. It's black and it has barbed wire around the edge.
Okay, the barbed wire is just a frame.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's just a black plate then? It's a black plate then that says ISIS, and then they put the frame around that. Yeah, because that goes outside of the bounds.
Honestly, the barbed wire makes it look kind of worse.
You think so? More edgy?
I would probably, like, if I had to think about some of the facilities that ISIS occupies, I would think there was probably some barbed wire fence around there.
Oh,
maybe, but it's just her name. She's just a young woman who wants to get her name on her license plate.
Personalized license plate.
Dear Isis Wharton, the Department of Motor Vehicles has reviewed its records, and it was determined that personalized license plates, I am ISIS, assigned to your Kia contain a configuration of letters that are non-compliant with the requirements of Title 13. It's my little name here.
My little name.
Purchasing the $50 license plate in 2022 with no issues and has paid a $50 renewal ever since.
So they're going to take it away from her. They were going to pry it from her.
It is weird that they didn't have an issue with ISIS in 2022. I mean, they've been around for quite a bit.
Yeah, I would argue like ISIS was bigger in 2022, maybe.
Yeah.
Like ISIS is not that big of a force right now. Don't
challenge them.
Well, I don't want them to pop back up, but they got smacked down like a bunch of little bitches, and they have really died out in the global sphere of influence. And now this seems like a great time for her to have the license plate. If we as Americans said, let's let all the ISISes take it back and we normalize this, that's actually a great shot at the bad guy ISIS is. We'll say, no, you are not going to control this. You're not going to control this thing. This would be like a bunch of Karens getting together and donating to a cancer charity or something. We're taking back the Karen name. We're all getting together to say, hey, we Karens are above this. And ISISes are above this. I think it could be the case. ISIS are above this. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over on thenewsjunkie.com.
Well, once they say yes to her, there's not too many more ways to spell I am ISIS. I mean, there's not going to be a whole big pool of
but there's
people named ISIS to get these plates.
I am ISIS too.
Mm-hmm. Then also, or whatever you have to put after that. HD, there's lots of options. Daryl emails the show. Daryl says, hey, Sean, I was hoping you would be recording the roast or putting it live on YouTube. I think it would be a very profitable thing for you to do. I think it would get lots of views and thumbs up. I would have come down for myself this year for the roast, but I broke my wrist. 2 months ago.
You don't need your wrist for the show, my guy.
I'm trying to catch up with bills, I guess medical bills and stuff has piled up. I'd love to watch on YouTube, please, and thank you, says Daryl. I don't know. Right now, we're focusing on the event itself and just making this an exclusive, fun event. The rest of it afterwards.
Daryl, I'll give it to you for $250.
Well, I mean, we will very likely record it because, we're going to do that anyways. But I don't know about all this releasing it and putting it out there. It's certainly not on YouTube and stuff. So we shall see, Daryl. But for now, I would just encourage you to put it on Klarna or something. 7,000 easy payments, and then you get your ticket over at thenewsjunkie.com/roast, and you're hanging out with us that day. That's the thing that I would recommend, at least for right now. Pumping gas in Jersey, Nathan says, so for a couple of months in my stupid youth, I lived in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and the first thing I did when getting to town was I looked for a job. I noticed a gas station with a sign in the window that says gas pumper needed. This Florida boy was a little confused, so I walked inside and spoke with the manager. His name was Gary Rust about the job. Gary said, do I have any experience pumping gas? I just pulled my driver's license out and showed him I was from Florida, and he said, you're hired. Apparently back then it was illegal to pump your own gas. Thank you, Nathan.
Yes. Isn't it still, or did they finally get away from that rule?
I don't know if it's illegal or not, but Jersey was the place where you didn't get out of your car and somebody would actually pump it for you for quite a long time.
You get tips for that, or you just?
I've been to places. I've been to places where they do it, and I've also been to places. There was a place I delivered water to in West Palm, where it was an old school mechanic shop, and when you pulled up, they had 2 pumps, and they would do it old school style. When you said how much, and then they'd say, all right, and then they would pump it for you, and then they'd send you off on your way. Full service. You don't see full service anymore. It just doesn't happen outside of a couple places.
That's what the young kids are going to need, the full service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you would think so.
They don't stop getting serviced. Come on, pump your own damn gas.
A couple of dispatches real quick. This is Chaos talking about people getting fired for their Charlie Kirk takes.
What's up, news junkies?
Hey, Chaos.
Junkies. So as far as the people that are being fired, here's some advice from a lawyer. Not me, but from a lawyer that's spoken on this. Don't go to HR. Go to OSHA. You can actually go to OSHA and, OSHA will handle it, and you can't have retribution put on you for you coming out and saying anything about, the people that are, speaking death on people. Straight from a lawyer. They said that it's better to go through OSHA for
because
workplace-related issues when it comes to this kind of stuff versus HR, where
I don't know, man. I might be weird on this, but if I work at a place, I don't really personally care what my coworkers post about anything online. I wouldn't care about that at all. That's just who I am as a human being.
We have such a different job, though.
Yeah, we do have a very different job, but even if I didn't, if I worked at a regular office like I have before in my life, I wouldn't care if the people around me had different opinions, even if they had pretty radical opinions. That's just how I am. Like I'm more open to like discussing things, and I like that kind of stuff. But if other people online and such see this and go after your boss, you're going to find yourself in a world of hurt. I would guess more people that are going after somebody for posting something celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination, I would guess more of the people who are ratting him out are probably randos online. I would think it's more random people online than it is coworkers and stuff. That's just a gut guess. I don't know if that's true or not, but
I imagine it is. Please, there are influencers or very popular accounts that they make their big check by being the do your job TikTok.
Right.
Find this person for the thing.
And the person's from like another city, another state, maybe even another country, whatever. And then they're all going to collect scalps like the other team did before. And I just wouldn't do that to my coworkers.
Would you if you were a teacher and there were other teachers, like in this case that you said you don't really care if the firings or if it's a teacher because it's literally a school shooting that they're celebrating here. If you were a teacher and other teachers had some sort of view like that, would you not go to somebody?
I stand by what I said because I think that is just correct and makes a lot of sense. But I don't feel like I need to be the person to be finding this stuff. If I saw another teacher post something political online, I'd go, well, if that trips him up, that trips him up. But like, I would not be the one reporting back on everybody. Like, I wouldn't go, did you see what C-Lane posted online? I'm like, what do I care?
You should rappel into his house in the middle of the night and hit him with ninja stars.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Finally, I got approval to do it. You heard that. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. There's a new trend that they really are trying to tell us is popping off out there. And I will tell you, it's disgusting. I will tell you, it's unacceptable. And I will tell you, if either of you do it, either the two of you do it, Celine and Sabrina, I will turn you in to the bosses of this company.
Oh, my God. You're that.
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
You know that's making us...
Not for your comments on anybody dying or political, but if you get involved in this new trend, I will tattletale. Huh? If you take it this far and do this, I will tattletale. What is it? What are people posting online? We'll talk about that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
No, we don't want a stale-ass trivia question.
It is stale, and I'm going to get rid of it, and that's why I'm going to blow it right now so I can throw it away.
Hold on a second. Say that again.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major east and westbound.
Hey, how are you?
Of the turnpike as well as the
My name's Sean.
29 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our valve lane.
Please like the stream.
Traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Those savings days are back at Lowe's. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members save you. Yeah. Mr. Deals. Get your choice. DeWalt Elite Series saw blades now $9.98. Valid through 9/17. Selection varies while supplies last. Subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details.
Let me bring that question to you. Hello?
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
You back?
Yeah, I'm going to Publix. Do you need anything?
What are you getting at Publix?
Stuff for dinner.
What are you making for dinner?
Stuffed bell pepper casserole.
Stuffed bell pepper casserole? Nice. Yeah.
Because I'm going to make it before we go to the movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you need anything?
I don't think so. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Alright, text me if you need anything.
Will do.
Okie dokie.
Be safe out there, please. Chat. Number one, does that sound good? Stuffed pepper casserole? You take a stuffed pepper, you got rice and all these like things from a casserole, chicken, put it in the stuffed peppers, roast the whole thing. Oh my God! That's just a side quest. The other question is, yes I would rat out an employee, or no, I wouldn't rat out an employee? Would you rat out a fellow employee if they said something radical politically that you disagreed with? Doesn't matter what side it's on, left, right, whatever. If you had a coworker post something that you thought was horrendous, out of line, hideous, would you turn in a coworker? Yes or no? Stand by. Somebody said, Sean, did you lose weight? You're looking svelte. First of all, thank you. Second of all, yes, I have lost 1 pound. So that's why you were noticing this. Yesterday, I weighed in at 213, and today I weighed in at technically 211.8. But so you're seeing the slimming down of that 1 pound. It was a pretty big pound. No, you wouldn't rat anybody out? No? Sea Witch, you're a lunatic. Here's the question for you. If your fellow employee, you're working in an office together, if they were like, now that Charlie Kirk has been assassinated, I actually want all of these politicians. And they list like Nancy Pelosi, AOC, you know, Mamdani, whoever. Like, somebody needs to do the same to them right now. Your coworker posts that, you're not ratting them out? You're not going to drop a dime on them? Sean's got a good look good for the roast? I do. It's a big risk. I got to get as close to good looking as I possibly can. If it's not a threat, then no. I guess it is fair, actually, to separate threat from non-threat. Because if I saw an employee, a fellow employee at a workplace I was at, threaten to harm somebody or kill somebody specifically, I might say something about that. But if they just posted, like, instead of a direct threat, if they posted, you know who I want to see die, and then they put the list of their political enemies, I probably wouldn't say anything about that. Don't get me wrong, I think it's gross. Sean, let's have a Botox party before the roast? No way! No way, what if I went and did Botox for the first time ever and I was like, and then like they shifted me, and then now I'm at a roast and it's like a bit because the botulinum toxin is sunk into my veins and got me. If they're getting a bonus and I'm not, I'm going to snitch. All right. So if the coworker was talking about shooting the place up, that's what I was talking about. If there is a direct threat like that, I would say something, probably I would report it. But if what they were posting was just a hideous, horrendous, disgusting opinion, like celebrating Charlie Kirk because here's this quote that made me real hurt, here's this quote that hurt my feelings, or I thought this quote was real mean to trans people, or, you know, mean to Ketanji Jackson Brown or whoever, like, that is very, very different to me, okay? If somebody posts those kind of things and it's not a threat, I'm never going to be the person to bring that to the boss. I don't care. One minute. The government made us do that with COVID, rat on our neighbors. Put it on the list of absolutely horrendous things that happened during the pandemic under the guise of we need to do this for medical reasons, under the guise of you should listen to the experts, under the guise of the government always knows what's right, on that list. But we shouldn't make a new list and just paint it red and say now it's okay. All right, here we go. By the way, did I tell you look fantastic today? Just absolutely beautiful. You look ravishing. Ravishing. I didn't drink a Celsius. I'm just horny.
Eloquist.com or call 1-855-ELOQUIS.
The NFL is off to a wild start.
Touchdown pass number 508 for Aaron Rodgers.
And the new season lives on iHeartRadio.
Touchdown Denver!
Local stations bring you the action live.
Touchdown Chargers!
Plus, fantasy advice and expert analysis with the official NFL Podcast Network.
Everything you love about football is on the iHeartRadio app.
That's a jet touchdown!
Just search NFL to dive in. On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
Jump into the world's most viral newsroom. This is the News Junkie. Learn more about the show over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. I think if you've been listening, it's pretty clear where I'm at on most of this stuff. I'm a free speech person. I don't really mind if somebody disagrees with me on a lot of things. I have the wild, harebrained idea that debate is better than shooting people. I have the insane idea that I think is an important one to defend at all costs, that we shouldn't just kill people with whom we disagree. Just wild thoughts, I know. I'm a radical. But I said before the break, there is one thing that I might turn a coworker in for. And if C-Lane or Sabrina got into this trend that's spreading around the United States right now, I would have to call up somebody. I'd go, iHeart, get me somebody on the horn. We need to put a stop to this. I can't believe they're doing this right now.
Is it illegal?
I believe it is illegal. I do. I think it is illegal for you to do. Yeah. And more than anything, it's just
you
gross.
Hesitated a bit.
Just gross. And even more so, it would be a much more C-Lane thing to do, just because of the nature of this particular trend.
I know exactly.
Hey, have you seen it then? If you do,
I pulled it and didn't get to it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're talking about movie?
Well, no. This is not. You might have something else, but
in that
here's
case,
the story.
I will tattle too.
This is from Channel 8, and they're talking about how there is a viral trend now of people who are urinating on social media. And they'll go to whatever like place in their city is the big public attraction, a place that people will recognize in their city, and they will pee on the thing and then post it anonymously on one of the platforms.
Facebook,
and
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see
in
this?
certain cities, there are like rogue urinators peeing on everything. If you guys did this, I'd turn you in a second. I would turn you in.
How would you know? It's anonymous.
I would know. I would be able to see enough, probably.
You know what our peas look like?
I wouldn't be able to tell from just the stream, which is what you get in a lot of these. But if there was like a little hint of an arm or a leg or a face in there, I would know who it was if it was one of you immediately. But this is a thing, I guess. So they assure us at the news that this is a real trend and that people are now peeing on things online. This was on the 6 o'clock news, believe it or not.
The police department is asking people to contact them after receiving complaints of people urinating in public.
For real.
It's all part of a national social media trend, also spreading to college campuses these days. We get the very latest now from News 8's Caroline LaCour.
You think there's any chance they're going to show one of the videos in this report? You think they would
possibly? Bless the soul of the editor that had to blur out not only the genitals, but a stream.
If you just have a stream, do you have to blur that out? Will they show a pee stream on local television?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Some meemaw would get so mad about that.
Oh, no.
On sidewalks and sides of buildings, a social media trend popping up online has people relieving themselves on camera. Some say it's disgusting. Others call it surreal humor.
It came out of nowhere. I feel
Surreal
like every year
humor. Who's this guy who's a fan? Yeah, I'm a fan of the public peeing. Actually, yeah. So sort of a surrealist
He doesn't
humor.
say he's a fan. He just
Well,
says
why
he's
are
a
they
student.
going to Sean Asante then? Why are they going to him? Because they did it's such a local news thing, folks, to be like, some people support this, others think it's bad. And you're both sidesing everything, even peeing on social media in public. No, don't both sides this. Everybody should agree that peeing on stuff in public is bad.
I mean,
it's a
New
bad
Orleans
thing.
has been screaming this for decades.
It's disgusting. You should not be doing it.
Some say it's disgusting. Others call it surreal humor.
It came out of nowhere. I feel like every year there's a new trend. I get it. We all been there, but just do it in the bathroom.
I have not been there.
When a post came across UConn student Sean Asante's timeline, he reacted with a cheeky call-out to a culprit claiming to urinate on campus.
I had to make that TikTok. I said, I'm coming for you. Because after he hit Jonathan Husky, that was the last straw.
Okay, so this is he's not in support. He's trying to track down the rogue urinator.
Because this is a very loved statue of a wolf,
a husky statue. And so when the rogue urinator pees on something in town, he immediately dispatches to the area and investigates. And he says
How
he's
does
closing
he know
in.
that the rogue urinator has peed there?
From the videos, I'm guessing. Let's learn more.
So-called prank videos pose as acts of defiance. Anonymous posts with captions like, "You can't catch me," and "When will I strike next?" They're racking up thousands of views, but turning heads for all the wrong reasons.
You're taking a serious risk on something so stupid. It's just so unnecessary.
In a statement sent to Newsday, university leaders at Eastern Connecticut State share they are aware of the video circulating on social media. This type of behavior is unacceptable and a violation of our student conduct code. Our public safety team is reviewing the matter.
People are so disgusting. They are so absolutely disgusting. This is like that OnlyFans girl that got banned. She got banned from OnlyFans, and then she got banned from like a lot of the local hotels and stuff because her whole thing was peeing. And so she would rent out a hotel and then film all sorts of content of her just like going around the room like, just drizzling and doing her thing. And then she would leave the hotel room like that, all drizzled up. And then she would post it on her OnlyFans. And they said, "You disgusting, disgusting human being. What are you doing here? We should have nobody for this. Show me the person that's for this in the report,
Minor
please."
fines to felony charges. Criminal attorney Richard Lynch says some posters could end up with serious consequences.
Good. Videotaping yourself, basically providing the prosecutor with the evidence they need to prosecute you, and then publishing it for everyone to see.
Public indecency or indecent exposure could put culprits on the state's sex offender registry. Even posted anonymously,
Really?
Lynch says it isn't hard to trace videos back.
All right, I would not agree with that. Like, if somebody got arrested for public urination viral videos, and I wouldn't think that person should be on the sex offender registry.
Yeah, I think I've heard from people, and this might be just like an urban myth or something to scare you away from stuff, that it's like, oh, if you get so many public urination tickets, like, you only get so many strikes on that until you're put on the sex offender list. Like, you should be put on the sex offender list if a kid saw you do it.
Yeah, or if you purposely did it in front of somebody,
Or you peed on
like
the
a kid. Yeah, like that would be one thing, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Laheva Rasa says we're going backwards. I think so. Bootsy says I'm going to get all drizzled up for the roast. No, okay,
Ew, dude.
No,
you won't
we're
be
not
allowed in if you smell like pee-pee.
We're shutting it down.
Nasty
we will
ass.
shut it down. I say everybody who does this is disgusting. You should all be chased after by this viral guy who's trying to chase you down.
Man, they're your influencers.
That's disgusting. Your influencers should be shut down across the board. I just think maybe the sex offender list might be a little bit too far. But give us your thoughts. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record your dispatch right now. Okay, a lot of people with some thoughts. Here's what glitter emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. It says, Sean, Charlie Kirk was a monster. A monster, he says. Watch any video of his for 10 minutes and you will see how terrible he was. I'm glad he's gone. Free speech is fine, but if your views are like his, you get what you preach. Which is what, like, there's a lot of posting like this going on online. Just so you know, Glitter, what you're doing here is like a big symptom of the problem. You're saying watch any of his videos for 10 minutes. You know, more than half the country will watch his videos for 10 minutes and be like, this is very reasonable, and I agree with almost all of this. I think most normal people wouldn't say that he's a monster just because he has opinions that you don't agree with, whether they be like transgender stuff or whatever. And like, if that's a monster, dude, if somebody, I would even call him like pretty milquetoast. I would literally call him pretty milquetoast as far as these kind of opinions go. He's not like, you know, Nick Fuentes or some of these people who are like way more outside of the norm on the political spectrum. I think it's a self-report on you. Like you, I would say, without knowing anything about you, Glitter, are probably a very, very left-wing person who probably does not like people who disagree with you on anything. And that's probably driving how you're feeling about this. So you're saying, I'm glad he's gone. Free speech is fine, but if your views are like his, I get what you preach. That just means anybody who has different thoughts than you, it's okay if they get killed. It's okay if they get murdered. That you're good with that. Okay. I mean, you do you. I just think that's really reductionist and honestly just very, very stupid. But thank you for the email. And somebody emails this from the Economic Times. What do you think about this Delta State University hanging? And it says, Trey Reed, the Delta State University tragedy goes viral. A 21-year-old student was found hanging from a tree at Delta State University in Mississippi. Authorities say no foul play is suspected, but the incident has sparked online debate. This is because anytime a black person hangs themselves, there's a lot of stuff like this that goes on, even if they say it was suicide. It's like, no, he was lynched. You know, somebody did this to him. I don't know, maybe this happened, but the authorities and everybody looking at this a lot closer than I am seem to be saying it looks like this person just unfortunately took their life in a public way. It says this was a self-inflicted act, but you know, I'll look more into the story. I'll keep an eye on that. Thank you for the email. As always, you can email the show, tips, @thenewsjunkie.com. Please don't pee on anything. Please don't videotape yourself peeing on anything. And just try to be a decent human being.
Audio only?
Audio and video dispatches are welcome, but just none. Zero peeing on that front. When we return, we will do jury duty. We got some updates for you. The Charlie Kirk shooter is going to be in court for the first time, which is kind of weird because you know who else is in court right now? Luigi Mangione. Both of them are in court right now. So we'll peek in. We'll see what's going on with those cases, in particular the Luigi Mangione one, because there were some big updates on that. We'll see what's happening. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
NFL news in Jacksonville. Jaguars receiver Brian Thomas is dealing with a wrist injury. The Jags are home to the Texans on Sunday. Houston's now 0-2. The Buccaneers scored with 6 seconds left to beat the Texans by a point last night. After their bye week, UCF football getting ready for Saturday's game with North Carolina. And Florida coach Billy Napier speaking yesterday says he's confident the Gators can turn it around if they visit Miami Saturday. I'm Matt McCoy.
Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
Folks, this...
Dull mic. What's happening there, friends? Hope your Share the Show Tuesday is going swimmingly. What's up there, friends? Hello, AJ Soup, Chaos Imp, Insecure Walrus, Feral Kitten. Hello. I believe you, Bootsy. You know that was all. That was all Sabrina saying that. I'm not going to smell any people, just to make sure. Somebody on the texting service said the sex offender list thing is real. My husband's friend was at a bowling alley, and after it closed, he went to leave, but he had to pee, so he went to the edge of the parking lot in a corner near a fence and peed. No one else around except a cop who busted him for exposure of sexual organs. 3 out of 10 burp.
Hello.
We know, Ray. We know. Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get 150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 20.
A couple of updates, a little bit of breaking news. Incoming. Hang on, let me get this set up for 3 minutes from now when we come back.
Solar, now is the time to act. Electric rates are climbing fast. Protect yourself from future hikes by switching to solar. Solar Source helps you lock in savings and gain energy independence. Plus, solar can boost your home's value instantly and protect your family from power outages. Solar Source has over 40 years in business with over
Yes, Cash Patel and Adam Schiff are screaming at each other. I'll grab some audio of that. But that's not the breaking news. We'll get that settled when we come back. Can I tell you what's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit of, if I'm honest with you, a little bit of a radicalizing force? People like the person who wrote that email. All right? Doesn't matter what their name is. But the person who wrote that email that was like, oh my God, he's a monster. If only you watched 10 minutes of what he said. This person that's been, in my opinion, radicalized like that. I am almost 100% sure that that person and some portion of the public, let's keep it at that 10%, would feel the exact same way if I was shot and killed at a public event. And I ask of you, as a person who does this as a job, as a person who this is my career and my life's worth, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that? When I almost know without a doubt that you'd be like, well, Sean said this, it was controversial. Sean said this, it was controversial. So yeah, somebody blasted him out of existence, but he had it coming. He deserved it. His son should have no father. His family should have to deal with him not being anymore. Like, how do you think that is going to be taken in by somebody like me? How do you think I would react to that? I mean, if I start to think that you're one of these people who would literally celebrate my death if I was assassinated, of what use are you to me in any world? That's crazy. I don't feel like that about a single person on this planet. But clearly, some percentage of people would feel that way about me. And what do I do with that? Okay, here we go. We're coming back alive.
And that's basically where I stand right now. And I think if Sean doesn't like it, well, he can screw off. But listen, I said my piece. Thank you guys for listening. And we have to get back to the show. Love you.
Gorilla Tape holds strong in wind and rain. Gorilla Tape, for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Because therapy's expensive, and we have microphones. This is the news.
So good to have you with us as always. I know there's a lot of options out there to keep you entertained and keep you company throughout the day, but thanks for letting it be us. Learn more about the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's see here. A couple of things before we get to jury duty here. A couple of updates. According to the FBI, and this is sort of interesting on the Charlie Kirk shooting front, according to the FBI, they are investigating more than 20 people who were discussing this shooting, perhaps before and also after, in a Discord chat room. And the FBI is investigating those people. More than 20 people or so were involved in this. Don't know what that means. I don't know if these people were like helping out. I don't know if these people like helped radicalize this person. I don't know if the person was just going in there afterwards and bragging. I know they released one message like that was like, I'm sorry, guys, but I did this. I'm the one that was responsible, something to that effect on this Discord.
Somebody that was the person responsible, or
the
just
shooter?
Somebody
Yes.
random? Okay.
No, the shooter, they said, had posted a message after the shooting on one of the Discord chat rooms they were involved in, admitting to the shooting and saying that they were sorry for it in that Discord.
Annunciation shooter. Was that also in Discord, or was that another like chat deep web? I forget. I know there was a chat involved or some sort of forum.
Yes, I don't recall if it was Discord, but I think it may have been. I think they talked about like Discord chats in relation to that story as well, and the school shooting that happened on the same day, right?
Denver?
Yeah, that guy as well. They're saying like radicalized in these same sort of online fringe chats that the FBI doesn't follow.
If it's the same platform.
Yeah, and the weird thing was, see, like, can you look this up real quick? I hate to throw this at you, but see if you can find, there was a statement from Discord shortly after Charlie Kirk was shot that said they looked and this wasn't talked about or planned on their platform, and like the shooter did not like plot or talk about it or do anything. Discord flat out denied this. All right, early on, they flat out denied this. And I thought, did they just not do a good job? Are they right and the FBI is wrong? Is it that they're sweeping for this guy because maybe Discord has like some radicalized employees over in the Bay Area, and they're like, no, we literally agree with this person and we don't want to give up any information on them. But I recall Discord coming out and saying like, this didn't happen on our platform.
This story from Friday, posted on the Hill, says Discord details what it knows about Kirk's suspect. Discord said Friday, the person accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk did not use the platform to play in the shooting or promote violence after officials revealed he sent messages over the app.
So officials revealed that he had just used the app, or did they say, the officials that is, that it was involved at all with the assassination?
Well, they have since then said all sorts of stuff about Discord involvement. So like talking about it, admitting to it.
The suspect's roommate shared Discord messages with officials in which Robinson said he needed to get a rifle from a drop point and discussed leaving the weapon in a bush and watching the area where it was left.
Completely denying that? That's so weird.
That's what they said early on. Now, and that made me think in that moment, I was like, well, maybe it was on a different platform and they thought, because Discord's a little complicated. I get that. We have a News Junkie fan Discord. It's a little complicated for people to get in there.
Do all of the Discords run through Discord's central server, or is there a way of hosting your own?
I don't know if they have a decentralized way to do it. I don't believe that's the case. I believe that basically you use the Discord app or the Discord website to access what is a wide variety of mostly private chat communities.
Right.
Like the News Junkie one, you know, you go in there and you see these people and there's different rooms to talk about different things, but it's a very fun, normal chat room when it comes to the News Junkie Discord. However, you can get into a bunch of private chats that are much more aggressive because of the private nature. They're much more radicalized. You know, it just becomes a bit of a different world. But they seem to come out and say, no, like, are they hiding something? Are they sweeping for this guy? Or is the FBI wrong? Like that, something is not right there.
Like I said, this was on Friday that this story came out. We are deeply saddened by this tragedy. Extend our condolences to the family, everyone affected. A spokesperson said in a statement, in the course of our investigation, We identified a Discord account associated with the suspect, but we have found no evidence that the suspect planned this incident or promoted violence on Discord. They said they've removed his account for violating its off-platform behavior policy.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like the least of his crimes.
Yeah, I mean, if that's not an off-platform violation, I don't know what would be.
Which sets rules about harmful activities that occur on other online platforms or in the real world. We strongly condemn violence of any kind, including political, and we will continue to coordinate closely with law enforcement.
All right. Now, guys, I do have a banger update for you. Remember the Zinn guy, the guy who was first arrested? And
George
we got
Zinn.
him. Yeah, they said, this is the guy. He's the one who did it.
The one that he did not have pants on by the time he was shoved into the car.
And they like hogtied him and threw him in the car, and then they said they were still going to charge him. Big update on the original person that was arrested for this. Hang tight. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO. 800-CALL-MO. Or go to justcallmo.com. 800-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. Here's what we have. This is an update on that the original guy arrested in custody, the old man, who they thought was the shooter at first, and they thought he was the one who shot Charlie Kirk. This is from the Utah County Sheriff's Office. Buckle up. The arrest and booking of George Zinn for obstruction of justice and possession of child sex abuse material, this says. On 9/10 at Utah Valley University, Zinn was attending an event where a shooting occurred. Shortly after that shooting occurred, and while people were fleeing the area, Zinn was seen yelling that he had shot Kirk. UVU police took Zinn into custody and transported him to the UVU Police Department. At that time, Zinn was not cooperative with law enforcement and did not want to speak with investigators. Zinn began to have a medical issue and was transported to a local hospital. While at the hospital, Zinn did freely state that he was not the shooter, but he yelled it on purpose to hinder law enforcement's response.
Well, that'll get you the obstruction.
That is going to be obstruction, right? Now, there's more. While Zinn was at the hospital, an FBI agent and an agent from the Utah State Bureau of Investigation met with Zinn, who agreed to speak with him concerning the matter. Zinn admitted that he yelled he was the shooter to allow the actual suspect to flee and to hinder law enforcement. During the interview, this is so weird, like people helping the shooter in real time. The agents
He didn't even have enough time to think about that.
He just immediately went into that. Like, the default mode was like, let me help out the shooter.
And this is the guy who has been arrested many a times.
Yes.
What did they call him? Not instigator.
Rabble rouser.
I called him an agitator, but the word that was used a lot was gadfly.
All right, so Zinn admitted that he had yelled he was the shooter of Charlie Kirk to allow the actual suspect to flee and to hinder law enforcement. During this interview, the agents asked to look at Zinn's phone, and he said, sure. Zinn told the agents he uses his phone to view and abuse child sex abuse material, and there may be some images on his phone.
This guy's a nut job, right?
He just put that out there? Like, oh, man, when you're going through the phone, just so you know.
That's insane.
Those agents did see several images on the phone of prepubescent girls scantily dressed. At the time, Utah County Special Victims Unit detectives were asked to take the matter over, as other agents were needed to help with the actual incident itself. A search warrant was obtained, and they went on Zinn's phone. During a preliminary review of his phone, they found over 20 images of children ranging from 5 to 12 years old in various stages of undress and sexual posing. There were several very graphic sexual text threads in which Zinn shared the images with other parties. This sick son of a bitch? What an absolute degenerate weirdo this guy was. He was supporting an assassin in real time and, oh, by the way, a child abuse material kicker. Zinn admitted to investigators that he gets sexual gratification from viewing and sharing these images with others, and his preferred age is 5 to 12 years old.
This guy does not know when to shut up.
Wow.
Oh, good. Bye. Go to jail.
Wow.
So are they going to throw other charges, I hope?
Yeah, second felony obstruction of justice and second-degree felony sexual exploitation of a minor, 4 counts. What the hell? That is just
damn. He's got more counts. He's got more crimes on his docket than the actual shooter.
Yeah, that is wild.
Weird silver lining. At least this asshole is going to be in jail.
Yeah, he spoke up and did that, and now they've got him for other stuff, and he's going to be behind bars for a while.
Man?
I did not expect that twist, but there it is for us. And then real quick in jury duty on the Luigi Mangione front, if you've not been following or living under a rock, Luigi Mangione was the guy who assassinated the healthcare CEO and then disappeared into society until he got arrested at a McDonald's. And the cops pretended they were hot on his trail, but weren't quite so much. He had
we have a lot of really good information.
He had one of the charges against him dropped today. The terrorism charge against Luigi Mangione was dropped, which I believe only leaves a second-degree murder charge in his case. So the two murder charges were tossed. Here's ABC News. A judge dismissed two murder charges related to acts of terrorism as Luigi Mangione was in his first courtroom appearance in 5 months. The judge tossed out the most severe charge, first-degree murder, accusing Mangione of murder as a crime of terrorism. The judge said evidence presented to the grand jury was insufficient to support the terrorism charge. While the defendant was clearly expressing an animus towards the health insurance company, and the healthcare industry in general, it does not follow that his goal was to intimidate and coerce a civilian population. And indeed, there was no evidence presented of such a goal, the judge said. Prosecutors argued his actions intimidated or coerced employees of United Healthcare, but they rejected that argument. They also tossed a second-degree murder charge relating to terrorism, and now all that remains on Luigi Mangione is one second-degree murder charge, just a regular-ass second-degree murder charge.
But second-degrry murder is not the premeditated one.
No.
Could you argue that he didn't do second-degree murder because he did first-degree murder?
I don't know if that's going to work with a lawyer. He's got some lower charges, too. He has criminal possession of a weapon, 4 counts of criminal possession of a weapon, that kind of stuff.
They brought it down because the prosecution messed up leading up to this already. I mean, there was a full documentary with them in it before this trial. So to have that with beyond a reasonable doubt just seems like they're playing it safe at this point by knocking it down.
I mean, I don't know what they messed up on. I don't know if you're looking at something I'm not looking at, but it seems like the judge is saying that they went for terrorism charges and it's a specific thing. Like you have to, what do they say? Like coerce civilian population or whatever. And it didn't necessarily do that. Hold on. It does not follow that his goal was to intimidate and coerce a civilian population. So maybe like technicality. I don't know. It seems weird. But that's what's happening in that case as well. There you go. You're caught up on that. When we come back, a woman gets fired from her job. Why? Well, I'll play you the audio of why she got fired. And we'll see what you think about this. And then we have a lot of your feedback coming in. You'll see what you have on your mind on a very lovely Share the Show Tuesday. So fire that off right now over at tips, TIPS@thenewsjunkie.com. That's all coming up next on The News Junkie.
Join Jack, Angel, and Ray Trendley from TK Law on the Bus. Details at realradio.fm/bus.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hoping your ride is a safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Right now, a shoulder is blocked northbound approaching Landstar Boulevard on the Greenway. Although this is not affecting traffic, the whole Greenway is fine. So is the 408 and the Turnpike. Right now, the only delays not due to incidents are the usual on I-4, including eastbound approaching 535 from US 192, as well as approaching Amelia Street from Cayley Street. Right now, no major issues or delays westbound. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
Stand by.
While supplies last, selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items. Is your power bill constantly going up?
Bro, no.
More and more. Imagine instead of just giving all that
that's
to
not
the power company every month, you could take control of your energy and find yourself a nice
fake news.
For when the power company doesn't do what they're supposed to do. That's where solar installers of Florida come in. You call them up, they're going to give you a quote. They do it very fast.
and they will design and install a solar system built for your home and tailored towards your energy needs. You can lock in lower costs because when you're paying off that solar system, it'll be the bills on that will be lower than what you're paying for the power that you're paying for right now. So you're saving money day one, and they're going to help you with financing options and combine that with the federal tax credits. It's going to make the switch more affordable than ever. But those tax credits, they go away at the end of the year. That's 30%.
This emailer who was celebrating the Charlie Kirk stuff, saying he was a monster, follows up. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Let me clarify. Hey, Sean, I don't affiliate with any political party. By the way, last break was Skull Mike on? Just checking in. Because when I went back to my seat, people were like, did he think his mic was on that whole time? Skull Mike was on, right? Last break, you heard my whole thing, right? Give me a yes or no on that. Yes, you cut off C-Lane's troll mic? Okay. Maybe C-Lane? You were talking about C-Lane thinking his mic was on? Yes, but you cut off C-Lane. Okay, all right. Anyhow, the emailer says, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Let me clarify. Hey, Sean, I don't affiliate with any political party. I try to keep out of politics. Buddy, I don't think that's the case. If you have that opinion, I don't think that you're not political. I am trans. The reason I said he was a monster is his influence was bad towards the transgender group. Now the masses are full of stupid people and take things at face value, and Charlie's influence has made it dangerous for trans individuals such as myself. I don't condone killing, but I'm relieved his influence is gone. Unfortunate for his family, but still relieved. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to shoot you straight, okay? I'm going to shoot you as straight as I can, because in a way, I'm looking out for you here. The transgender community needs better representatives in every way possible. In every possible way that you can imagine. The transgender community needs less radical, better representatives. What you should probably understand is most of what Charlie Kirk might have said about transgender issues is widely accepted by people because it's true. Okay? Because these things are actually true. That's why it's widely accepted by a majority of Americans. The idea that there's some sort of trans genocide going on in the United States, or that all trans people as a result of somebody debating on the campus at this college or any other, that is like some threatening thing to transgender individuals is preposterous. Okay? It's ridiculous. Okay? Virtually no one is talking about doing anything other than some absolute fringe people that I think are dumb about trans people who are above the age of 18. Most of this conversation has been about children, okay? Children, right? That's where this conversation has been had. The idea that you as a trans person are going to say like, hey, I'm now in less danger because of a person's opinion, so I'm relieved that this person has been assassinated, overstates any danger that was ever posed to you and will alienate you and people like you from the rest of society forevermore. Literally, this is all setting back the trans movement more than anything you could ever imagine. What we're seeing now, your email, I will argue, your email sets back the trans movement more than Charlie Kirk ever did. Ever did. Because people aren't going to look at this group of people and say, well, we should, handle this in a rational, sensible way when there's so many insane, unhinged voices coming from it. I'm sorry, but that's just true. All right, we're coming back. Here we go.
Numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com.
David on YouTube says Sean is the next Charlie. What does that mean?
Ooh.
Where are you going with that? David on YouTube. Sean is the next Charlie? Where are you going with that?
What are we missing, Skull Mike, man?
Yeah, I mean that's a little much. That's a little much. I will tell you, like there's going to be an inevitable reaction from a lot of people where you see folks cheering on the death of somebody who has like similar opinions to a lot of people. You're going to go, well, if I died, then they would cheer on my death too. And they're like, there's no doubt in my mind, talking into this microphone every day, that there will be like a small percentage of the audience that if I was murdered in cold blood would positively celebrate it. That is unhinged. That is disgusting to me, but I think it's true. I think that's true. I hate that that's the case. I hate that that kind of animosity is out there because of differing opinions, and we should do everything within our power to try to fix that, but I think it's just the reality. I think that's actually the reality that we are facing right now. Okay, we're going to get to a bunch of you emailing. Now, I've had a lot of you email, so I need to at least address this here on the show. A lot of people have emailed about this open carry situation in Florida. Mm-hmm. Can we pull up something on that and see what's actually happening? Because there have been several dispatches that unfortunately I have not gotten to, and multiple emails where people have been talking about in the state of Florida in particular in this case.
So,
the open carry thing.
From The Hill an hour ago or Politico 20 hours ago, but according to both James Uthmeyer made his pronouncement amid a back and forth among various law enforcement agencies. Florida Attorney General declares open carry of guns law of the state.
Okay, so law of the state, open carry guns. Florida, we did not have open carry before?
We had
like
not
some
open
sort of
carry. We didn't have to get a concealed weapons permit. You could just have it.
Okay.
It wasn't open. I don't believe it was open carry. You still had to have it concealed, but you didn't have to have the permit.
I want to be careful because I hate when you get into the world of open carry and guns in general, I hate the talk out of turn. I want to see, here's Politico. They're saying, Florida Attorney General declares open carry guns law of the state. All right, that's the Attorney General of Florida. And he is the one that Sabrina was talking about. He sent out a guidance memo, and he said, meaning that as of last week, open carry is the law of the state. He made his pronouncement amid a back and forth among various law enforcement agencies as to how they would handle open carry incidents. So I guess they have to talk to the cops and be like, hey, you know, if you see anybody, here's how you should handle this. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office said they will not stop or arrest anybody openly displaying a weapon. The Pinellas County Sheriff said the ruling did not apply statewide. So you have like different sheriffs handling this different in different, in different places, different counties and stuff. Last week's ruling stemmed from the 2002 arrest of Stan McDaniels, a candidate at the time for the Escambia County Commission. McDaniels, with a copy of the U.S. Constitution in his hand, was standing at a major intersection on July 4th, and he had a loaded gun tucked inside his pants with a holster that was clearly visible. He had a concealed weapons permit, and he told police he wanted his case to go all the way to the Supreme Court, and I guess that's what has kind of led to this. While Uthmeyer says open carry is now illegal, he said that other gun laws remain in force, including one that bans the carrying of guns into courthouses, bars, schools, and college campuses. So there's still bans on those locations. The Attorney General also said somebody who is armed could be charged criminally if they refuse to leave after being asked to do so by a private property owner. And Disney World, the theme parks, etc., they prohibit people from having weapons. So that's where this goes. Like every business can have your own rules, and you can have like gun-free zones, and you can lean into that stuff. But I guess generally speaking, the open carry would be something that you're allowed to do in public areas.
And it's been prohibited since 1987.
In Florida?
Making it a misdemeanor to visibly display firearms.
Okay.
Exceptions existed, such as for hunting, and residents could carry concealed weapons. It says in this guidance, Uthmeyer instructed prosecutors and police not to arrest or prosecute people open carrying. And then the one that I'm looking at went into the whole Stanley McDaniels thing. Crazy thing about that is like he wanted to be arrested for this and take it to the Supreme Court. Because he said, that's why he was holding the Constitution.
Right.
And it still took him 3 years to get this to push this through. So like if you wanna stand on your on
business,
if you want to stand on business, it might not be immediate business. It might not be swift action business. It might be you're standing for a while.
He had to work for that one, huh? All right. Well, we're going to hear from you. A lot of people are sending in dispatches. I thought for a second we had some public urinators on the dispatch side.
Ready to urine?
I'm glad
yeah,
we
I don't think we do. I think this is a hose. Yes, that's a hose. All right.
Or
Thank
you
God.
need to go to the doctor immediately.
Yeah, or your stream is...
Yeah, that's 3 holes if I'm seeing that correctly.
It can't be healthy if that's real, sir. So get that checked out just in case it actually is real. Sport Johnson sends in a photo dispatch. It says a murder has occurred, and then it shows somebody at the Lane's house.
It looks so much like my house.
It does, and you didn't make this very,
Well, the part of the Lanes is much smaller. Get it right.
See, Lane just put a sign that says "The Lanes" right outside.
That's how you know.
Yeah, it seems a little.
I don't
bit
even have
massive.
an address. You just put if you want to write me a letter, you put Chris Lane, the Lanes.
Yeah,
On
no
Lane.
numbers. Right. Yeah, the scuba diver with a ninja star though.
That's a huge ninja star. I want to be very clear about that. That is
That's a lot.
That goes on top of a Christmas tree.
Or it's a person with an entirely small hand holding a regular sized ninja star.
Oh,
could be.
Narrowing
But if
it
it's
down.
if it's a tiny little person, then your house is really, really
we're
small.
talking about regular person, tiny little hands.
Oh, yeah, that could be the case. Either way, thank you for sending that over. Appreciate the dispatch. One more for now. Here's Popcorn Fart joining the show. Very professional gentleman. Hello.
Yoski Chodes, quick check-in on the serial PP artists out there. I guess those following the new trend of peeing in public places and then posting it online. Seems weird to me, but my first thought here was, I know, Sean, in the report they said, it'll be easy to find you guys. If you keep this up, we will find you. And Sean, you said maybe it will be more difficult than they kind of let on. I think it'll be probably twice as easy to find these people. I mean, they've got 2 IP addresses. One on their phone and one where the incident took place. Tip your restroom attendants.
Wait, what?
I
get a new job?
He said, tip your restroom attendants.
You've had like
can't
6
support
jobs since our show started.
He's got an extensive collection of name tags and hairnets.
He's a jack of all trades. He's a man who gets the job done, whatever that job may be. But thank you for your dispatch, sir. We appreciate that. One more for now. Let's go over to...
Somebody suggested maybe the guy on YouTube said you would be the next Charlie Sheen. I don't know. Your party animal.
Timing wise, I wish that's what he was talking about, but it seemed like something else. It seemed like something different. Here's one more. This is Rain. Rain has a dispatch for us.
I would be super sad if my favorite news show of the day stopped existing because you were dispatched. Ha ha! Because you, with your hard facts, C-Lane with his witty commentary, Sabrina with her zaniness and silly voices and stuff, I love it. But yeah, if you were shot because of your views, I'd be super sad and would cry.
Thank
and then
you,
would
sir.
probably stop listening because
I'm going to stop there, but I get it, sir. But I mean, what a weird thing to have to even say. Like, I would be upset if you were murdered in cold blood. I would be upset if anybody was murdered in cold blood. That's every last one of you. Every last one of you, because you're people and I don't want you to die. And you have families and you have people that love you and you have people that care about you, I'm sure. And cheering for murder or saying, well, in some ways, actually, this was a really great murder is just a bad and poisonous thing. A very bad and poisonous thing all the way around. But thank you for the email regardless. We do have some information popping in. And this has got to be real good for Nate Bargatze. They said the Emmy Awards ticked up. It's a 4-year viewership high.
Good for him.
The Emmys.
200 people.
7.4 million people watched the Primetime Emmy Awards on CBS. That's the most since 2021. In the 2010s, there was a lot more. There was 12.4 million viewers on average back then, but it had been fading out. Going down to about 6 or so, but now up to 7.4 million views. Their lowest ever ratings was because of the show being delayed with the Hollywood labor strikes. And we'll see what happens moving forward. But that's still, 7.4 million. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's a pretty big audience. That's a pretty big number to pull in. You make some money off of that, those ad revenues. And good for him, man. I like it. I think he did a good job. He seems like a decent guy. I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen a lot of his stand-up comedy.
It's good. I like his stuff. I need to go back and watch his monologue at least.
His stand-up stuff is... I had never seen it before, and last holiday, we just randomly put it on. My mother loved it.
She thought it was funny?
Sabrina, he's coming in to Orlando in August. Let's go. And I'm like, do you realize that we should have ordered those tickets months ago, Mom?
Yeah, he's popular. He's a popular guy. Does his comedy at all suffer from the fact that he's a clean comedian, or is it?
No. It's very funny. You almost don't notice.
That's good. That's actually high praise. If you don't notice and you're not thinking about the fact that he's not cursing, that's high praise, because so many people would just lean in to the vulgar and use that as a crutch instead of making the jokes that are a little harder.
Yeah, his is very observational, and so I don't know that he needs it. He goes on podcasts and stuff. They'll try and be like, just say a curse word, man. Come on, Nate, just say one. Just say one curse word, and he sticks to his guns.
That's smart. You'll make so much more money like that too. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll check back in with you. What's that smell? What is that?
I have a song for that.
The smell? What is that? What's happening? The folks in Sanford will not stop asking this question. And we'll talk about what's happening to them, what the smell is all about, what's going down. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Get 2 #1 selling bacon cheeseburgers and fast food. Wendy's JBC. Plus medium fries and soft drink for just $8. Total game changer. Order today. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Claim per independent marketing research company.
Gentlemen, you deserve to look your best, and Hammer & Nails is waiting for you. They're offering premium grooming services in a space built for men. We're talking haircuts, beard trims. If you are the type to put a little color in, they got you covered for that. Sink it to an oversized leather throne, pop on noise-canceling headphones, and enjoy a great pedicure or manicure there while sipping on your favorite beverage. They got the fully stocked bar waiting for you. What are you waiting for? It's men's grooming redefined. They don't cut corners. The whole experience is new, and it's waiting for you in Oviedo, Winter Park, Winter Garden, and Windermere. Download the app and check out their membership options. They've got some stuff for everybody, and it's right there on the app. In the App Store, just search for Hammer & Nails or find them online at hammerandnailsgrooming.com.
This earful of real radio is sponsored by Sunset Walk Best of Challenge. Tickets on sale now at sunsetwalk.com.
The ultimate celebration of music.
Our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is happening this Friday and Saturday.
Live in Las Vegas at T-Mobile Arena. 16 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
And listen live on the free iHeartRadio app.
This Friday and Saturday night, starting at 10:30.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
BJ's Wholesale Club has always been proud to offer great prices every day.
Wow, every day? Like even tomorrow?
Exactly. Tomorrow is included in every day.
And the next day?
And the day after, and the day after, and the day after. That's great prices every day on everything at BJ's, including 3-pound rotisserie chickens, just $4.99. Land O'Lakes White American Cheese, $5.49 a pound. Plus great prices every day on everything in the club. Join at bjs.com/join for savings every day.
It's the final days of the summer sales event at Greenway Kia. Every new Kia is discounted thousands off MSRP, and 0% financing is available. With 3 locations and one of the area's largest inventories, we deliver the selection and savings other dealers can't match. Our friendly, non-commissioned sales team is here to guide you, never pressure you. Stop by one of our 3 area locations or visit greenwaykias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Example stock number TG007443. Negative equity refinanced expires 10/7/25.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. Hurricane season is here. Are you ready? You know, natural gas does more when storms hit. It's one of the most reliable energy sources out there, even when the power's out. Keep the hot water flowing and the meals coming with natural gas appliances like a tank water heater, indoor range, or outdoor cooking appliance. Plus, Florida Public Utilities is offering nearly $1,000 in rebates for qualifying natural gas appliances. Make it part of your storm plan today. Visit naturalgasdoesmore.com/storm prep.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
School bye. Okay. Chat. Question for you. Now, I'm going to answer a couple of questions about the roast here. One is, what is the dress code? And the second one is, can you wear costumes? All right? Now, let's address the dress code in general first. I think I don't want people to feel forced to dress up, but I think we should kind of lean into the less casual thing. But for those of you who are going, what do you think there? Like, should we say dress to impress? Like, dress up a little bit for this event? We can make the dress code whatever we want. I just think it would be fun if we do like a dress to impress. That's pretty generic. You could wear like a polo or like a dress shirt or a sport coat or, you know, a dress or whatever. I think dress to impress might be good. Dress to undress? Leather biker vest and assless chaps? Somebody's going to hit you with the all assless thing. A polo for a fucking Halloween event? Well, hang on. Not everybody is going to want to wear a costume, okay? So generally speaking, I'm saying I feel like dress to impress seems okay. Are you guys resistant to dress to impress? Not rock your Crocs. Semi-casual? No, I'm saying more. I'm saying dress to impress. Like, this is a nice event. Let's all pull it together. Let's be professional. Let's dress to impress. No, dress to impress sounds great. I think like there's a little bit of room there. Like, you don't have to put on a whole tuxedo or something, but dress to impress. A costume could be impressive. That's true. We're waiting on word right now from the venue asking about costumes, okay? You do know your audience, right? Well, you must have a dress shirt somewhere, right? All right, that's it. We're getting into this when we come back. This should be easy to figure out. It really should.
Eloquist.
Hey, this is Matt Jones.
I'm Drew Franklin.
And this is NFL Cover Zero. We're just here to try to give you an NFL perspective a little bit different.
Did you see the Colts pretzel? That was my other big takeaway from that game.
What was that? Oh, my. We think NFL coverage should be informative and entertaining. And twice a week, that is exactly what you're going to get. Open up your free iHeartRadio app, search NFL Cover Zero with Matt Jones and Drew Franklin, and listen now.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reesewindows.com.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom. This is
And it's good to be with you. This is the world's most viral newsroom. Come hang out with us every single day here on the show. We want to be with you, and you can learn more about the show over on thenewsjunkie.com. Courtney came in to defend me during the break from whoever this weirdo was saying Sean's going to be the next Charlie Kirk on chat. I mean, out of context, that seems kind of bad and like threat-like. But not super far from any sort of reality that you would think about right now in the moment. And Courtney busted in. She was like, who said that? Why would they say that? And she started ranting at the person. And then at the end of her rant, I told her that the microphone was on the whole time. And she was like, good, I hope it. I'm like, no, it's not on. It's not on. I would tell when she comes to the studio, I'm like, I will tell you if the microphone's on. It's kind of weird in here because there's microphones everywhere and there's very few moments when they're not on. So, but she was mad. She was defending me, which I thought was nice. You know, it's nice to see that every once in a while. She was defending me from the maybe not lunatic over on chat. And it brought me into a very different conversation after I did turn the microphone on about the roast that's coming up on October 30th. And friends, you can come to the roast no matter where you are. You just get a nice little Airbnb or a hotel in town. It will be the most exclusive event of the year. Most of it is sold out. There's a few spots here and there right now. And it's going to be insanely fun. Okay, this is going to be one of those nights where you will laugh so hard your face is hurting. And if you need that kind of getaway, that kind of break right now, grab the tickets, all right? I promise you that much. You will laugh so much your face will be hurting as a result of this. We will have an absolute blast of a time on October 30th for the roast of Sean Wasson, which is me. But there's a lot of questions that people have about, you know, what should we wear? What's the dress code? Can we wear costumes and all of these things? And my thought, just chit-chatting, and I feel like this is just makes the most sense. Doesn't dress to impress make the most sense for an event like this? Don't you usually dress up a little bit for,
especially for Judson's Live? That's it.
Yeah, for Judson's. Yeah,
why not?
For a roast in general. Now we can make the dress code whatever we want. It's our event. We can change it to whatever we want. But doesn't it sound right to have like dress to impress? Like wear something a little nicer than you otherwise would. Make yourself look good. Let's all look our best tonight out at this event. I think that's the best. And when I say dress to impress, I mean, what we're talking about, no Crocs.
No.
Full
flip-flops.
Full gowns. Penguin tuxedos.
You don't have to have a tuxedo, I don't think. I'm bad at this, though. What would dress to impress generally mean? Just like a collared shirt, maybe a dress shirt. You know, maybe you're going to wear a tie. You don't have to wear if you say dress to impress, you don't have to wear a a whole penguin suit.
No, but you could do collar, button down, maybe.
Yeah, I think that would be
funny
fine.
costume though if you're a penguin.
And then women just dress up, wear something nice, look
Boobs
good,
out,
do your thing,
butt cheeks.
And we're going to get back to you on the situation with costumes since it's a Halloween event. We'll get back to you on that. But generally speaking, for a dress code for the roast on October 30th, get your tickets at thenewsjunkie.com/roast while you can. It's dress to impress. All right, let's all look good. Let's step it up a little bit. And that
dress
includes
to
me.
impress us.
Dress to impress us, and we dress to impress each other. All right? Let's step it up a notch here. That's
I'm
us,
just
too.
gonna wear lace where you can see my boobs. Seems to be my go-to outfit.
We have to take it up to the point where people go, you guys look good tonight.
Yeah.
Look at that. Damn, I didn't know you guys could clean up like that. That's what we're talking about here. So we'll get back to you on the costume front, but on the general front for the roast, it's going to be dress to impress, and I think that's good. I think we can, for once, take things up a notch and look a little bit fancy. Speaking of fancy things, Sanford. Sanford, you got a couple of problems. Let's talk about the good news real quick. Sanford, if you don't know, if you're somewhere else outside of Florida, Sanford is a great little city. It's on the come up. Downtown Sanford is really like a cool spot with a bunch of great restaurants.
I love it.
Cool bars. They do really fun events. The whole city gets together. Mm-hmm. It's it's really an interesting spot where a lot is happening and there's a lot of growth going on.
And if they happen to be doing like a cool event on a day where the train is running, it's easier to get there. It's they got a little shuttle. You can just hop on the Sunrail.
Sure.
Relax on your way up.
Those
I've
are
been
good
doing
things.
Last couple times staying in Airbnbs over at Sanford.
They got a lot of Sanfords, a lot of Airbnbs in the area. Our friends Tom and Dan, I think, have one.
AirTND?
The AirTND for Tom and Dan. I think they have one out there in Sanford. There's one minor problem. I gave you all the good, Sanford, and good for you for that. But there is a stink. There is a bit of a stink that is going on in certain weeks in this whole city. And people are not reacting well to the stink. And they're once more going, where's this coming from? What's happening here? Why does it smell like this? Somebody said, here's a quote, from 1 to 10, it's a 9.5.
Ooh, that's not good.
That's bad. That's like a stink that you don't even want to be outside for.
Did Mount Dora just buy a really big fan?
Hey, they don't stink anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's push it over to Sanford. There was long been stories about smells in Mount Dora, Florida, but no, Sanford is the case here.
If you live in or visit Sanford and you've noticed a certain smell in recent weeks, you're not alone. I'm Catherine Silver, Sanford's community correspondent. People say it stinks, and it seems to be getting worse.
It's getting
We're
worse?
looking into the complaints and the city's solution.
You smell it right now.
The breeze that Antonio Echeverria begs for on a summer day.
This guy doesn't like it, man.
And he likes to sit outside, apparently.
He's outside and he's got a little fan going. He's like, I can smell it right now. I can smell it behind me.
Also send an unpleasant stench to his street.
That smell, it's terrible.
It's so bad. Some days the smell is unavoidable. Do you think it's getting worse?
Getting worse. From 1 to 10, 9.5.
See, 9.5. I'm not there. We don't got smell-o-vision. But I'm going to say, C-Lane, a 9.5 is like rotten eggs, bathroom material. Yeah, all the bad stuff.
Serious.
He says it's seriously sickening.
It can make you sick on the stomach.
Rotten.
Kind of off-putting.
Like raw sewage.
It's like raw wet. You can smell it from like a mile or two down the road.
Complaints come from around
So it's
downtown
sewage.
Sanford, depending on which way the wind is
They
blowing.
don't know.
Where do you think it's coming from?
That I do not know.
Oh, no, that guy doesn't know. They don't know where this smell is coming from.
What if he just said hell? Just like looked her straight in the
Coming
eyes.
from that big old butt in the sky.
This is otherworldly, is basically what some of these people are suggesting. They don't even think it's coming from a local
Is the
place.
answer.
I think a lot of it's coming from the sewage treatment plant.
Mayor Art Woodruff tells us the city is aware of the problem.
We've got 2 odor control units that are supposed to be working there. One of them was just replaced. There's also one other place that's called the solar dryer. supposed to take the last of the moisture out.
All right, so they're trying their best. I don't know how this works. I am not an expert. But in my mind, they have very, very large Glade plugins that are like, industrial size that offset the stink that's going on.
From
something like that.
That was the tripla up there.
Yes. Downwind from the sewage.
If you give
treatment
everyone a Febreze canister,
all at the same time,
and then we all spray it with a good gust of wind, that should take care of it.
Momentarily, yes, I think that would work. But we need a long-term solution
I got nothing.
to this.
Also, if these are aerosol cans and they just float up straight and then cut a Sanford-sized hole in the ozone, then it's going to be hotter.
It's going to smell
That can't
good,
be
though.
good. The sewage treatment plant, what's going on over there? Well, I mean, I know what's going on over there.
Treating sewage.
Yeah, and I know why they stink because, sewage. But they've got to have a fix for this. The whole city is saying we can't take this anymore. It's too much for us. They're very sensitive people. So that's what's happening with them over there. We wish you luck, Sanford. We wish you all the luck in the world.
Stinky ass Sanford.
I hope you can get this under control. Somebody sent this clip in. They said, you got to see this. Kash Patel, the FBI director, and one of the guys who was in the Senate, Adam Schiff, Democrat Adam Schiff, they were yelling at each other. Shifty Schiff and the guy from the FBI yelling at each other. Let's see how bad it got.
The American people to believe that? Do you think they're stupid?
No. I think the American people believe the truth, that I'm not in the weeds on the everyday movements of
you're
inmates.
Not in the weeds?
What I am doing is protecting this country, providing historic reform, and combating the weaponization of intelligence by the likes of you. And we have countlessly proven you to be a liar in Russiagate.
Nobody's hitting the hammer.
You are the biggest fraud to ever sit in the United States.
This is why I just saw a commercial. I don't know
both
if
taking
anybody...
a breath at the same time and talking at that.
Their cadences are synced up.
I just saw a commercial. I don't think it's been super helpful to them because I don't think their audience is very big yet. But News Nation, it's like news for everyone. No yelling. They literally say, and they're like tagline, no yelling, no talking over each other.
Yeah.
And we're not going to do this stuff. And I go, I mean, this must be what they're talking about. This is just
and you're a disgrace to this institution and an utter coward.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised that you continue to lie from your perch and put on a show so you can go raise money.
Thank you.
Little gavel. The gavel is not on.
You are a political buffoon at best.
Well, you can take an internet troll.
Take it to the bank that the FBI is protecting this country and the state and citizens of the California.
Oh, my God. Nothing's happening here that's good.
I don't know. I think it's because of our show, and we have managed after 12 years to be pretty freaking great at not talking over each other. And anytime we play a clip like this, it gives me so much anxiety.
You can't hear anything. I don't hear either one of the people. I wish they would go.
They're not hearing each other at all.
Therein lies the problem, too.
They are hearing each other a little bit because I think Kash Patel keeps trying to take the last thing that Schiff says and turn it into his next argument. So it's
let's do a practice round.
Like Adam Schiff says, like, I can't believe it. He goes, I can't believe you are the worst the senator ever. It's like, okay.
I did hear him do that at one point.
I heard it twice.
Like, what are we doing? Aren't you adults?
Yeah.
Well,
we are bringing historic reform. Point of order. But all you care about is a child sex predator that was prosecuted by a prior administration, and the Obama Justice Department and the Biden Justice Department did squat. And what did President Trump do?
They turned off one of their microphones and not the other one. The Schiff guy can't talk anymore. My God, Shifty, they're not letting you talk. Or at least I don't hear them right now.
New charges courageously. And what have we done?
Chairman,
you said I'm the most transparent FBI director in history.
What a disaster.
Cool.
What a mess. Anyhow, all right, so there you go. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to do the final dispatches. We'll do the stories that didn't make the cut.
You're going to do the stories that make the cut.
And we'll do Today I Learned. To wrap everything up.
You learn nothing.
For a Share the Show Tuesday.
Tuesday is over. It's pretty much Wednesday, guy.
I learned about the Mexico
nothing. Take it to the bank.
independence thing. I learned about the Mexico independence thing.
Viva!
All right? That was the only thing.
That
I
was
picked up
weeks ago.
Crazy. Decorum.
Whoa. All right. Quick break. When we come back, all that and more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Real talk, fake maturity. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Tuesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And today is going to be another taste of fall with lower humidity and pleasant temperatures that will lead to a very manageable but beautiful afternoon with only about a 20% chance of an isolated shower or storm. Plan for highs to reach the mid to upper 80s with a high of around 89 degrees today in Orlando. We will be expecting the humidity and rain chances to return, especially as we head towards the end of this week and into the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. From school drop-offs to weekend getaways, at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, you can get a quick and easy oil change in about 15 minutes. Drive in today. No appointment needed. Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
Studies have shown that less than 20% of people compare the first mortgage quote they get. So get out of that 20% range and get peace of mind by working with that mortgage guy, Dawn. If you already have a mortgage quote and you're wondering if it's any good, stop wondering and go to thatmortgaguydawn.com. It's so easy to compare your quote. Go to the website, hit the button that says compare your quote, upload your quote, and that mortgage guy Dawn will tell you if it's any good. Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today by going to thatmortgaguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgaguydawn.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Serving Central Florida since 1959, Eustace Roofing delivers expert care with every roof. Enjoy VIP treatment and get 15% off your new roof this month. Real craftsmen, real experts, real roofers. Schedule your free estimate at eustaceroofing.com.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also reach out at 813.
Chat! Thank you for a fantastic Tuesday. Minus the stuff that wasn't fantastic. Rate the show out of 10. Rate the show out of 10. Rate the show out of 10. 10 out of 10 is a winner. 1 out of 10 is not.
It's hurricane season, and if you were stuck without power last year, there has never been a better time to buy solar with a battery backup system. Friends of Real Radio can save even more when scheduling their free consult today at SolarSource.
Stand by.
/monsters. 40 years in business, over 60,000 homes. SolarSource is the company I trust for solar. Federal solar tax credits are ending soon, so don't wait. Contact SolarSource today.
National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who
See you later. Rise against, swing life away. Can you see if there's any curse words in that? I have to go get the Today Alert and print it out.
So don't wait. If you owe 10, 20, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take this money.
Stand by. Nothing. Oh, it smells good.
Debt reduction you may qualify for. Call 800-650-9944. That's 800-650-9944. Again, that's 800-650-9944.
Zero Res Carpet Cleaning uses a patented process and products that are safe for your kids and your pets, and they're unbeatable service. Really great service. That's why I had them over to my house. Remember, Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards, is the right way.
Who's our chatter of the day?
Founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. Like you're good. And that these assets raise
Thank you.
unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level. Your business is much more than a job.
Looney Dave? Okay. We are going to wrap up the show. I love you. I appreciate you. Think about what we discussed today. Think about it. Think about what we talked about today, and we'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again.
It's tough, weather resistant, and sticks to rough
Coming back.
surfaces. Patch, hold,
Radio app today, the #1 app for radio.
Storms coming? Prep with Gorilla Tape. It's tough, weather resistant, and sticks to rough and uneven surfaces. Patch, hold, seal, and protect. Gorilla Tape holds strong in wind and rain. Gorilla Tape. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickleegroup.com.
Helping to spread awareness, or whatever the new buzz term is. We're not actually doing it.
And today, I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. Thank you for spending some time with us on a Share the Show Tuesday. Love you. Appreciate you. Thanks for giving us your ears, no matter how you listen to the show today. And don't forget, no matter what, you can get the podcast over on the website. It's thenewsjunkie.com. I guess there was a press conference with the district attorney over in Utah because the person who shot and killed Charlie Kirk had their first day in court. Let's see what the district attorney said.
No shell casings were found on the roof, suggesting a bolt action rather than an auto-loading weapon.
All right.
And only a single round was fired. Each round in the rifle contained an etched inscription as follows. The fired
By the way, they're seeking the death penalty against Charlie Kirk's killer.
Cartridge was etched, no Tice's bulge,
No Tice's?
O-W-O.
It's notices.
This. The second cartridge.
Are we going to read them all again?
That was again.
Yeah, he's going over the cartridges. I guess he says his mother expressed concern that his son had become left-leaning and very much into the trans activist stuff in the last year. His mother expressed concern to her husband that the suspect seemed to look like their son, and the father agreed. Robinson's mother explained that over the last year, he had become more political and started to lean more to the left, becoming more pro-gay and trans rights-oriented. She stated that Robinson began to date his roommate, a biological male who was transitioning genders, and they announced that the charges were going to be murder one, and they're going after this person for the death penalty. They confirmed that he was targeted because of his politics, which is like surprising to nobody with a brain, except for everybody that thought he was some right-wing groiper for 5 seconds, because that seemed politically expedient. But most people knew that. When you see somebody shot and killed in that way, the person who shot and killed them did not only slightly disagree with him, they disagreed with him a lot. They disagreed with him as much as you could possibly imagine in the scenario. So there's the latest on that, at least, and we'll see what else we got going out there.
AD on YouTube said it doesn't meet the requirements for a death penalty case under Utah law.
That's not what
Really?
that's what the prosecuting attorney just said. They're going after the death penalty in Utah. So I'm going to go with the prosecuting attorney over that person in chat for at least the time being. Let's do some final dispatches, though. We got time.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
All right. Let's see what we got, friends. Let's pick something good on the way out. The best of the best. I hate to do this.
So much for best of the best.
All right.
Mo Manji, the realtor.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. When you say dress to impress, the genie comes out, So I guess I'm going to have to dress all three of you for this event, huh? Thanks. Bye.
It's not out of the question that I might approach you, Mo Manji, for this little advice. Yeah.
I mean, he has a beautifully tailored suit. Every single time.
He's a sharp-dressed man. I might approach you for some advice, Mo Manji, the realtor, on like how I could absolutely look classy, modern, and cool all at the same time. A lot of work for you on this, but good luck.
The last being the heaviest of the load.
Hey, you watch it. Last one for now. Here's Globo.
I know open carry, they mentioned a number of places, but what about private businesses such as banks and Walmart?
Mm-hmm.
Is everybody going to have to post a sign if they don't allow people to open carry in their
seems like it
private establishment? This seems like a whole can of worms.
Now, I don't want to say something dumb, but I'm going to suggest, don't banks already have like a sign up that says you can't have any guns?
Typically.
And
Because
bars you can't.
I swear to God, I've not been in a bank in maybe 10 years.
I think that
inside a
possibly
bank.
they would have that sign there because they don't want you to concealed carry there either.
You haven't been in a bank because you robbed that one with your friend?
No, I didn't. No. And I certainly wasn't this scuba diving attacker. Did I have a plan out there involving ninja stars and rappelling? I had a bit of a plan, but the rest of it is fiction for now. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Don't forget, snag your tickets to the Roast of Sean Wasson, an amazing Halloween event for adults. You can have your fun Halloween adult event planned out by grabbing your tickets at thenewsjunkie.com/roast, thenewsjunkie.com/roast, or anytime we're not live, it's right there on top of the website at thenewsjunkie.com. Today I learned the guy who sang in this band.
That is
Survivor. That's right, Survivor, Eye of the Tiger.
Real Man of Genius guy.
Yes, who sang in the Eye of the Tiger song is the same guy who sang the punchlines on the famous Real Man of Genius.
Yeah.
Very successful Bud Light campaign at some point in time. I hope he's doing great out there. He does have a fairly fantastic voice. Is he? Oh, well, rip then. And finally, together in this band right here.
Rise Against.
Rise Against.
Rise Against is correct. Yes, indeed. The band Rise Against all met each other at another concert where they all thought they could do better than the band on stage. These guys stink, and we could do better than this. And then they turned into a pretty popular band in the rock/punk world.
Yeah, but who was
Thank
the
you
band
so
that
much.
they went to see? I want to know that.
I forgot.
Rolling
It's been
Stones.
sad. Thanks for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast at the